guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to Wrestling Days Live. We are live for this week's NXT and AEW, and looks like a pretty decent show tonight. We've got plenty of action. Obviously, AEW have given us a lot of information. They always give us a lot of information of what we can expect tonight. Few things from NXT, but not as much. But from what NXT are showing us, it looks like a great night all the same. So let me just quickly run down the card. Shout out to everyone that's joining us. As I said, let me just quickly run down the card and we'll go through what is in store. So on NXT tonight, of course, it is the Go Home show for Takeover 31. I don't know if it's on a Saturday or a Sunday. If it is Sunday, then we will stream it. Obviously, if it's Saturday, it's going to clash with the UFC. But I think it's Sunday, so I think we will be streaming it. So, yeah, we've got final build for that. We've got Balor and O'Reilly facing off against each other tonight. They will be face-to-face, and Shawn Michaels is going to moderate. As well as that, we should get some Tegan Nox news. Of course, big talking point is that she is out injured. And that is a big concern because it's another torn ACL. And that is a serious injury. That could have her out for like 6 months, maybe even 9 months. So she has done this injury before. So hopefully it's not that serious. It could be a work, but I don't think it is. This was actually on the official injury list. So, yeah, I don't believe it's a work. But, yeah, it's hard to know what's happening there. So hopefully we get an update with that. As well as that, Io Shirai and Damian Priest taking on Candice, Lerae and Johnny Gargano. We've also got Shotzi Blackheart taking on Dakota Kai. That's going to be tonight as well. And it's also been announced that Santos Escobar is taking on Isiah Swerve at Takeover 31 as well. So that's everything that's happening with NXT. We've got some AEW news. Let me see if I can jump into the chat. I can see that for whatever reason, the chat has froze. So I don't want to be giving you that news if for some reason we've got a few dramas. Once again, we had a few dramas last night, which was a bit of a shame. But hopefully we haven't got any dramas right now. But yeah, so Balor, O'Reilly face-to-face. Tegan Nox. Hello. Yeah, I think the chat's all right here. So yes, Balor and O'Reilly face-to-face. Tegan Nox news. Io Shirai and Damian Priest against Candice, Lerae and Johnny Gargano. Shotzi versus Dakota Kai. And then at TakeOver 31, Santos Escobar taking on Isiah Swerve. Right, boom. That chat, for whatever reason, is frozen. This one is much better. Hello. Days, how are you? Hello, Mike. Hello, Creed. Congratulations to Tampa Bay Lightning, says Dyson Dishes. It is on Sunday. Awesome. We will stream it then. LSW says, my chat is broken as well. Chat not loading. Yeah, there's been a few problems with YouTube. We were having some real problems yesterday with it. And for whatever reason, it looks like we're having a few problems today as well. Chat seems to be I say seems to be okay. I don't even know if it is now. I might have spoke a little bit too soon. People saying chat has frozen for me as well. I mean, look, all I'm going to say is that if we've got some chat dramas, then I'll just do what I can to just kind of talk and have my own conversations. If the chat isn't going to be working tonight, but hopefully it will. Mr. Rotella, shout out to you. Hope you are well. Let's go to AEW now that I know that we do have a stream that's working. Let's just enjoy it. Move on. So we've got AEW, a Jericho special next week. So they're going to be celebrating Chris Jericho 30-year career next week, which is incredible. So we're celebrating that. We've also tonight got Orange Cassidy taking on 10 from the Dark Order. We got Chris Jericho taking on Isiah Kassidy, is it? We've got Ricky Starks taking on Darby Allin. We've got Britt Baker in action. We've got Jon Moxley facing an opponent of Eddie Kingston's choosing. Cody Rhodes, who of course returned with his jet black hair. He is taking on Brodie Lee. And we've also got FTR versus SCU. So, as I said, quite a stacked show from AEW. Not as much given or, previewed by NXT, but I think what they have announced looks very, very good. Days, how are you, bud? I am good, thank you. Shout out to you, Mike. Was the chat freezing or was it only me? Asked Chalmers. No, I think we've got problems everywhere. I think we can confirm that YouTube has got problems all over the place. So I can see the chat, but it does keep freezing. AEW WWE at Equal says, I'm here to watch both shows, unlike a lot of people in the internet wrestling community. William says, those elite chatters will be here soon. Us noobs won't get a word in edgewise. Chalmers, shout out to you. A lot of people asking, is the comment section broke? The chat has froze. That seems to be the big topic of conversation right now, is the chat dramas. I can't see anyone else's comments, says John. Chat drama, says Austin316. Noah says, Days, will the mystery person show himself tonight or the weekend? I think it'll be teased again, but they gave a date, didn't they? So we know that it's not going to be until Takeover that we'll get the answer. I'm at a loss with it. I mean, to be honest, I thought it was a female. It kind of felt like I could see some blonde hair. And I honestly would have been leaning to someone like Paige. I was very excited when someone told me Paige has got blonde hair now because it kind of seemed to fit. I think they were talking about building NXT and, being away for a while, and Paige just seemed to be a perfect fit for that. But it seems like a lot of people, most people think it's Bo Dallas. So, I don't know, we're going to have to wait and see. I am very interested by this one. I am very, very interested. Colin says, Days, my friend Josh is with me. Hashtag big fans. Shout out to you, Colin. Shout out to you, Josh. Jake says, why is Cody taking on Lee this early? It should be a pay-per-view match. It's the biggest story in AEW. Well, the thing is that they obviously only do pay-per-views once every couple of months. So I suppose you can't really hold it off too much. I mean, what you could do is start the feud and do the blow-off of the feud at the pay-per-view. So, I don't know. I'm sure they've got a story in line. I'm sure that by the time we get to a pay-per-view, they're still going to have plenty of big matches in store. You would like to think they've got a plan of what they're working towards. So, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I think this is a long road, and this might just be still quite near the start. So, I would agree, if this is going to be their one and only match now and then they all move on to something different, this would feel like it should be at a pay-per-view. But I suppose in a way it's important that they're giving you big moments on Dynamite, They really need to establish Dynamite as can't-miss TV. Miss Clown 1, shout out to you. Cody is going to be awesome tonight, says Dalton. Austin316 says, I hope you're doing well. I am, thank you, yes. The other couple of things to talk about, we have touched on Tegan Nox already. I know that a lot of people were probably focused on the chat dramas. I was focused a bit on the chat dramas as well, because we still haven't got it on screen. What I might try and do, actually, is I might try and go... Oh, do I want to go old school? I don't know if I do. That might cause more problems than it's worth. So, yeah, I don't know. We do have some chat dramas. But, yeah, what I was going to say is, obviously, Kenny has come out and spoken about the game, the AEW game. Apparently, they are working on the game. And there's a lot of hope that they'll have something to show us very soon. Apparently, they've been trademarking things like AEW GM mode. So it's almost certain, it's almost absolutely guaranteed that that game is going to have a GM mode. I think they know that's what fans really want. So they're looking to put that into the game. So a lot of excitement for that. Apparently not going to be ready anytime soon in the sense of this Christmas. But high hopes that, we're going to get it maybe early 2021 or around that kind of time, maybe middle of 2021. We'll have to wait and see. Looks like we'll have to send messages to Daze and talk to him until we can talk to the rest of the community. I don't know what you guys can see. I can see all of your messages. John says YouTube is broken again. I gotta tell you, look, we said this yesterday. We did a stream yesterday and people were saying there was a lot of lag. People were saying that there was issues. I had nothing my end telling me that. Normally I've got a little... there's like a little box and it's a colour and it's green right now, bright green, and it was bright green yesterday. If ever people say there's lag, whenever I look, that box is always red. Always red. It means there's some kind of internet issue or, something along those lines. People were saying it yesterday and it was green, and I've got it green right now. Everything's fine. So, yeah, hard to know what's actually going on, but it does look like YouTube has got a few dramas at the moment. Cody and Lee already had a match. They did, yes. Next Wednesday is my 31st birthday, says Jay Witten. Shout out to you, dude. Days, chat moved and then froze again. YouTube has problems. Paige hasn't got blonde hair. It was just a wig that she was wearing. Okay. I honestly don't know what. I don't keep up to date with Paige's hair color. It's not something that I check off each day. So someone mentioned it that she had blonde hair now. So if it did turn out to be a wig, then so be it. So I've been very honest about this. I don't know who this NXT person is. There's very little rumors. A lot of the news sources, a lot of the news wrestling outlets don't know. They've done a very good job of hiding the identity of whoever this is. The only thing I can tell you is that the favorite for it, the name that I keep seeing is Bo Dallas. I didn't think it was. I thought it was a woman, but we'll see, won't we? We'll find out. Jay Wolf says, who do you think from WWE and AEW would be good in UFC? Brock Lesnar. Honestly, you just can't go from WWE to UFC without crazy training, and even then I would say it's only a very small percentage of people that are going to be successful. Look at CM Punk. CM Punk had some of the best trainers in the world, and was awful in the UFC. You have to really have been doing it, some sort of training throughout your life, really. I don't know that anyone could just leave WWE, go to UFC and be a success, but I can only give you the names that are so obvious, like Jake Hager and people like that, Braun Strowman with his size, but there's big guys in UFC that struggle. Size really isn't everything. You would look at someone like Braun and think, wow, they would dominate, but UFC is full of big guys with knockout power that will sleep Braun Strowman. So, it's a difficult one. Philip says, thanks to the streams, I now don't feel like I'm watching alone. That's great, mate. That's same for me. That's why we started them. I've said before, this channel started because I was watching. It was actually NXT, believe it or not. I was watching NXT, and I was watching it with my girlfriend at the time, and she was like, don't talk to me about it after. She was happy to watch it, but she didn't want to know my thoughts about it. She didn't want a conversation about it. She would watch it with me, but that was it. And she was the one that said, why don't you start a YouTube channel? So this channel started for this purpose. So shout out to you, dude. Really appreciate the support, man. I bet the new girl is going to be Hot Mess. Chelsea Green. That's why they're making her look sexy. It's a swerve. Oh, do you mean the girl on SmackDown. Could be, absolutely. It's a good shout. She, I believe, had coronavirus, which is why we haven't seen her. I think she has managed to kind of overcome that now. So a lot of people pointing out that the girl in the vignette had a tattoo on her arm, the same as Carmella. I mean, the only thing I would say is there's every chance that the girl they've been using in the vignettes isn't going to be the girl they reveal. Like, I honestly believe we look into it and think about things more than they do. It really could be that they've, used Carmella whilst Chelsea Green was out with COVID, and they've used her to start getting the ball rolling, and now they'll switch it to Chelsea Green. But the thing is, we've all noticed the tattoo now, so it's yeah, I don't know. I've heard that it's Carmella. It looks like Carmella, so I'm saying it's Carmella. But honestly, if it did turn out to be Chelsea Green, yeah, that would make sense as well. Yuri Butler says, I like Undertaker and Kane. And I enjoy watching them on YouTube. Good for you, bud. Fun fact, John says he doesn't like Adam Cole and he hopes that Kyle O'Reilly loses to Finn Balor. That's interesting. I thought John was a big fan of Undisputed Era, but there we go. John D'Oria saying that he doesn't rate Adam Cole and doesn't rate Kyle O'Reilly. Well, I didn't know that. Austin 316, shout out to you. LSW says it did come back, but it froze again. Well, look, you're just going to have to put it with me then, aren't you? Right? You can't talk amongst yourselves anymore. LSW says, I'm excited to come onto the members only stream. Yeah, that'll be tomorrow, bud. Should be a lot of fun. Shout out to you, LSW. Colin says, imagine Paige comes back. That would be amazing. It would be amazing. Colin says, if Carmella does come back, then she will go full heel. Future Compilation says, Days, do you think Kyle O'Reilly is the right person to face Balor? Personally, no, because I would rather it was Kushida. I think I agree with what the chat said. Kushida doesn't have much in the way of momentum either. But I do feel that Kushida came into WWE with a lot of momentum. Now, obviously, it's been a little while that he's been in WWE and they haven't done anything with him. So I 100% agree. He should have had a lot of wins. And I feel like they're starting. I feel like only now are they starting to do something with Kushida. Like this kind of more vicious side of Kushida where he was attacking people and, he's been going after a few different people. He got himself into that title match, that gauntlet match, and he didn't win it. It went to O'Reilly. So, yeah, I mean, I don't mind O'Reilly. I think it's going to be a great match, but I am someone that really wants to see them pull the trigger with Kushida. I hope Darby Allin wins. Just got to love him. I'm a big fan, says Tilly. I love Cross, says Samantha. There's no news on Cross, is there? I haven't heard when he's back. I mean, he's been out for a little while now. Yeah, he's going to be great when he does come back. They've obviously got, Finn Balor up there. You'd imagine Finn will still be the champ. I can't see him losing it to Kyle O'Reilly. So pretty sure we're building towards Finn Balor versus Karrion Kross for the title at some point. Just hard to know when that is going to be. Who do you think will go to NXT, says Roxanne. It's hard to say, man. I really think it needs to be someone like a Kevin Owens, like a Sami Zayn. I think they need some names to compete against AEW. I think that they really need to figure out if NXT is a developmental brand or if it is the third brand. If it's the third brand, then you got to put big stars there. There's big stars in AEW, and they still find a way of bringing talent through. You could do NXT Dark. Why not? Just copy them, NXT Dark, and have NXT Dark on the network, bringing through new stars, and have NXT on USA, and that's where you use your top new stars and your big names, just completely copy the AEW strategy. But this kind of caught, don't know what they are, caught in the middle. It's not really working, and that's showing in the ratings. So I think they need some big names. I really do. It's kind of back, the chat says LSW. It's fixed, says Creed. Is it fixed? Oh, it's on screen. Well, that's good. I mean, clearly it's not quite right. Because Mike and Jake just seem to have their same conversations going back and forth repeatedly. So, I mean, I think we can all agree it's very interesting. This is, and the clocker's gone as well, which is a lot of fun. Although, in fairness, that's an issue this end, I'd imagine. But hey ho, look, who knows? Who knows how long this is going to last? We have got a few dramas. Monica says, I didn't even think my comments were going through. I didn't see your comments at all, bud. Jake says, Cole is amazing. I've got a feeling that Mike's going to reply, and he did. Yes! Good work, Mike. I think Jake will be next. I think Jake's going to say, Cole is amazing. That's my prediction on screen. I don't know, I'm just... Oh, look at that! Amazing. Amazing. That is wild. That chat issue is absolutely wild. I love it. I am going to see if I can fix it, though. Because I can understand that it is going to get a little bit annoying. Boom. At least it's not like bad comments getting repeated repeatedly. That would be worse. If someone was saying that they hated me and it just, for some reason, that was the only comment it kept displaying. Boom. Right. I'm not going to watch the Heat's game tonight, says Ahmad. Are they playing tonight, are they? Is it the Heat against Lakers? That's going to affect things, isn't it? That's going to affect things. That is definitely going to take away some viewers. Austin says, I miss talking to my friends. Well, there's not much I can do about it, is there? There's not much I can do. Shout out to you, Trini. Hope you are well. Robin813 says, Days, Kushida versus Dream this Sunday is Kushida's first takeover. What? Can't be. Is that true? It really is. First takeover. Sandman882 says, Days, I'm happy you're streaming today. My dad passed away yesterday morning and I need this distraction. I'm really, really, really sorry to hear that, my friend. That is rough. That is really rough. So shout out to you, Sandman882. I know if the chat was able to send their thoughts and best wishes to you, I know that they would. But right now, there's a lot of drama going on, right? Right now, the chat is botching more than Nia Jax, right? So I'm just going to throw that out there. Washer Masher, shout out to you. John says, what Austin said was true. I hate Adam Cole, baby, and Kyle O'Reilly, and Undisputed Era. And he hates Liv Morgan. Right? Interesting. Jake and Mike are taking over. There it is, takeover. I can't get rid of them. They're coming back with them. How is it coming back with the same comments again? I deleted that off screen. How is it looping just them two comments? Jake and Mike, you are taking over the stream. You are basically the stream's version of Retribution. How do you feel? I might call you Mike Bar and Slap Jake. This is absolute scenes. I'm gonna once again delete it off, and I'm gonna look. See, it's gone. It's gone, and now I'm gonna recopy the link in, and see if that makes any flipping difference. I've got a feeling it won't. I've got a feeling that it's going to be Jake and Mike that are going to return. And you know, I don't mind that. They're like old friends at this point. Oh, hang on. That's changed colour. That's gone yellow now. Was that the same? Randy Orton going to SmackDown for the draft. Let him in. It begins. Your thoughts. Randy Orton going to SmackDown for the draft. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense because of the Fiend, as you've implied. So, yeah, I agree, Mike. I agree. I think the streamers let him in, though, at the moment. And right now, you're the only comment on the screen. Like, I think you've killed Jake in some kind of showdown. Such drama. Such drama. Daze, did you get my super chat? I did, my friend. It came through. I don't even know how old the messages are I'm reading right now. Like, I could be reading messages you guys have typed yesterday or something. I haven't got a clue. Yeah, look, we're gonna get through this. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling very emotionally strong, and I hope you are as well. Yeah, look, here we go. Look, lots of condolences coming through. So it seems like the chat is a few minutes out, but you know. But yeah, lots of thoughts, best wishes being shared to Sandman882 as this flipping chat on screen just goes back to being Mike and Jake again. Ah! Okie dokie. Right, well, this is my world right now. Michael says, I heard that TNA Impact let go of Rob Van Dam. He's going to come back to WWE very soon. That's cool. There's obviously rumors about James Storm doing the same, leaving NWA and coming back to WWE. Again, I don't know where we are with that. So we're going to have to, again, just wait and see. I could see the draft throwing up a few surprises. I think there could be a few people in there that, a few returns potentially. I mean, obviously, we're expecting a few surprises in regards to people moving, but I mean, people that have maybe been away for a while. Well, I'm quite surprised they didn't just wait for the draft to bring back Robert Roode, to be honest, but that was a bit flat as well. Robert Roode, I don't know. I don't know if it kind of got the reaction they were hoping for. I mean, they didn't do anything with him before he left, so I wasn't that bothered about seeing him coming back. I mean, again, I don't watch Impact, so I haven't got any of that Impact kind of affection for him. And when he was down in NXT, he was okay. Then he got called up. They haven't really done anything with him. Like, just it didn't do it for me. Didn't really do it for me at all. Days, I think the hackers have taken over the chat, says Wrestle with Andy. I agree. I think it's Retribution. Retribution are obviously self-isolating at the moment, and they haven't got anything to do. So instead, they're having to cause carnage on social media. They've already, done a lot on... Where did that come from? They've... AXM WWE, shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for joining us. So, yes, their Retribution can't cause carnage in WWE, so they're having to do it online now. So, that was quite a surprise. AXM WWE. Well, it looks like the little alert things are working then, so that's good. I'm gonna try again. I don't know why. It's not gonna get me any different results than what I've got so far, but you know, I live in hope. Boom, boom, boom. Change the color of the name, which was good. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No, I didn't mean to do that. That's definitely not what I meant to do. Let me copy this over. We've got just over half an hour to go. If you are just joining us, everything's great. That's what you need to know. Everything's going really well. Oh, hello. That was a bit of activity, which kind of makes me feel optimistic. No. Now it's just changed their names to Red. Awesome. Yeah, that's what I wanted, actually. That's what I was hoping would happen. I'm a highly trained YouTuber, and I was just trying to get it to change the colour to red. So yeah, that's gone exactly as I wanted. That's really good. Yeah, I was hoping it would just keep those two messages looping again, but it would change the names to red. So brilliant. Yep, that's all working. That's all good. Stupid YouTube, says Sean Reset. Days, you read Williams' comment from 649. Not a clue what you mean. Cole is amazing, says Wrestle with Andy. Yeah, I think we can all agree. John says, what days? I hate Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. Oh, John, you need to let it go, dude. You need to let it go. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Pat McCarthy, but I don't keep banging on about it. What? Him and Storm, Rude and Storm were amazing as beer money, says Mark. Miami Heat are playing the Lakers at 2, says David Conley. Okay. Days on WWE Battlegrounds, which I still haven't played. I won 3 matches with The Undertaker and lost none with him. Well, you're on a streak, Jesse. You're on a streak. That's good. Austin says, why do we keep seeing Jake and Mike? I really like the comments, and I just wanted to keep looping it around. So, yeah, just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. I've got to say, they have actually done some changes to YouTube recently. I noticed that you can now, or I've got the ability to pin a chat to the top if I want to, apparently. Pin message. So, I've got that option. So, is it a coincidence that they've just done some work to the chat and included this pin message option, and now all of a sudden the chat's not working? I think someone's cut some corners. I think someone's done something they shouldn't have done. I'm looking at you, Murphy. Mr. Rotella says, welcome, AXN. LSW, shout out to you. Heather says, I just keep refreshing YouTube and the chat updates, but just for a minute. Oh. YouTube normal chat, says Chalmers. Before you know, the screen will start freezing, and then T-Bone from Retribution. Yeah, T-Bone. We'll be back in 30 minutes, says Sonny Will. Oh, hello, Sonny. Yes, you are coming through now. You are coming through. Days, it's not just your stream. Yay! Yes, 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 yes! So anyone sitting there thinking, oh no, what's he done now? This guy's a flipping idiot. What I'll say is, yeah, true. Honestly, I agree. Let's just settle out of court on that one. But also, not my fault. Apparently, there's other streams that this is affecting, so that's good news, isn't it? High drama to start the Wednesday night war. We've got NXT and AEW coming up tonight. Let me just run through the matches because we're all getting distracted. I'm not. I'm very professional. I kind of feel like I'm in a war zone. You know, like where those reporters have got like just chaos happening around them and they're trying to keep cool. That's exactly me right now. Yeah. In fact, I would say this is harder than if you're in a war zone. I'm not sure why, but it just makes me feel better about my life. So, yeah, very much. I'm just kind of keeping the plate spinning whilst everything's falling apart around me. So, and that's exactly what I'm going to do here. So, NXT tonight, we've got the go-home show of NXT Takeover 31. Finn Balor is going to go face-to-face. We don't know how close their faces are going to get, but they will be face-to-face with each other. Finn Balor, Kyle O'Reilly, face-to-face, and another face is going to get involved, Shawn Michaels. I don't know if his face is going to go in between the other two faces. I don't know if they're both going to kiss a cheek of Shawn Michaels. That would make a nice picture. It's hard to say, but I'm very much looking forward to that. Finn Balor face-to-face with Kyle O'Reilly. We should get an update regarding Tegan Nox. She's had a boo-boo, and by boo-boo, I mean a horrific injury. She has got a torn ACL. So that is potentially her out for 6 months, if not longer. So need an update on that. Io Shirai and Damian Priest are taking on the Garganos, which is quite nice. They're taking on Candice LeRae and Johnny LeRae. So that's a mixed tag match. We've also got Shotzi Blackheart taking on Dakota Kai in a wrestling match. So that's something to look forward to. The other thing as well is they have announced Santos Escobar versus Isiah Swerve for TakeOver 31. That is Sunday, and we will be covering it. Over on AEW, We've got a Jericho special show next week because it is to celebrate his 30-year career. We've got Orange Cassidy taking on not 1, not 2, not 3, nor 4, or 5, nor 6, 7, or 8, nor 9. It's 10. I should have just said it from the start. It's Orange Cassidy taking on 10 from the Dark Order. We've got Chris Jericho taking on Isiah Kassidy from Private Party. We've all been having private parties in 2020. Little did they know that was a very apt name to choose at the start of this year. Ricky Starks taking on Darby Allin. Britt Baker's in action as well. Doesn't say what the action is. I don't know if it's dentistry or wrestling. I hope it's dentistry. That would be fun to watch. So, Britt Baker in action. We've got John Moxley facing on an opponent of Eddie Kingston's choosing. If I was Eddie Kingston, I would choose maybe a Tiger or Carol Baskin. But he'll probably choose someone that's on the AEW roster. Cody Rhodes is going to respond to Brodie Lee. FTR versus SCU on AEW. And that is a lineup for tonight. So there we go. For anyone that is interested in what's happening, I have run through the show for you. Let's have a look and see. Of course, there's still carnage in the chat on screen. But again, I'm just relieved to know that I'm not alone. Days, did you hear that Triple H's Takeover 31 conference call? No, because I'm not a perv that listens in on private phone conversations. If that's the kind of thing that you enjoy doing, then honestly, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. So, Robin813, you need to go and look at the man in the mirror, said Michael Jackson. All right, since no one in the chat can see this, I'm going to reveal a secret. I'm actually a girl, and my name is Barbara Barberson, says Austin316. Okay, well, there we go. Shout out to Barbara Barberson. That's a big admission. So, yeah, really cool. That's great that you've decided now to share that information with us. Days, it's your internet, says Ahmad. No, Ahmad. No, you might think that, Ahmad, but you would be wrong. And I don't want you to get Ahmad, right? I want you to be glad, right? That's what I want, because apparently this isn't just affecting this stream. That's what I've been told. This is a YouTube-wide problem. The chat is scrolling again, says Heather. Yes. Jake says, we get a sexy boy tonight. You get a sexy boy on every stream. Yeah, not just tonight. Yeah. Yeah. Mark says, love the wrestling figures. Looking forward to AEW Series 2 that are out in October. Hangman, MJF, the Lucha Bros, Moxley, Dustin, Goldust Rhodes. Yeah, should be good. Some good reviews of the first series that came out. So, yeah, looking forward to Series 2. Z2CU says, hope you're doing well. I'm officially now a green member. Shout out to you, dude. The green is cool, but, and there is a caveat to this, I think we have agreed blue is better. And I've been very honest in saying the next one that is purple doesn't look as good as the blue. So there's a lot of people that I think are going to mourn when they do leave the blue logo. But the green's great, and it looks great next to the green name. So, yeah, green's cool. Blue's better. There's a lot of depression around the purple. And you'd think there's something I could do about it, but I'm just very lazy. Orange Cassidy versus Prez 10, says Ardale. Days, it's... Oh, I answered that one. Face to face to face to face. There's lots of faces today. Faces everywhere. That's basically NXT, just faces everywhere. Days, did you pin Jake and Mike's comments? I did not. I refuse to use that new feature, because that new feature is causing such drama right now. So I can try again. But I don't know. Hopefully there's some boffins that are working behind the scenes to get the drama resolved. I mean, I'm just fortunate that I can still see your comments. If I had to just sit here completely on my own, it would be like all the other 21 years of my life. Boom, boom, boom. No, I mean, I've done the exact same thing I've done. They do say Insanity. Yeah, I mean, look, of course. Although now it's a purple name. They do say Insanity is doing the same thing but expecting different results. And I think it speaks volumes that I've literally done the same thing 5 times, and every time I've hoped for a different result. And of course it's not going to change. Of course it's not going to change. Wonderful. What a time to be alive. 19 minutes. 19 minutes. Big Boy Dally says, hello, Days. How are you? Yeah, I've been better. No, I mean, I'm good. But this is cray cray. It's not glitched for me, says Sunny. Okay. Days is on every stream always. Sexy. Absolutely. 100. Maybe my sexiness broke the chat. I don't know. I'm willing to accept that as an answer. Days, I'm Destin, Florida until October 3. Dustin, shout out to you, buddy. Hope you are well. Bullet Club, Prince Devon Demon Slayer King says, we've got Slapjack in the chat. Well, I think we've had all of Retribution in the chat, looking at how much carnage has been caused. RVD and his partner are cringe, says Miss Clown 1. Shrek says, Days, are you watching Minecraft Live on Saturday? Amazingly not, no. I don't even know what that is. Is that a thing? I mean, I'm watching UFC. So, what the hell is Minecraft Live? I've never even heard of it. Sunny says, wait, if the moderators can't moderate, does that mean Days has got to moderate? Oh, I hope not. AEW figures anymore. They've switched to UFC. My Walmart isn't carrying... Your Walmart isn't carrying AEW. Perhaps just because they're out of stock. Perhaps because there was supply issues. I mean, I've heard nothing but praise for how well those AEW figures sold. So I can only imagine if they have switched, it's because they've run out of stock. They did not make enough to meet the demand. Which was kind of crazy, because you'd think they'd have a really good idea of, you know, what was needed, but apparently not. Apparently not. Right, let's try and go down. Dale, I just want you to know that you are, without doubt, the most recent YouTube personality to read this message. That is so nice. And factual. I mean, yeah, no one can deny that. I am the most recent YouTube personality. Don't really like that. I don't really like YouTuber, and I don't really like influencer, and I don't like YouTube personality. What are all these labels? I don't like them. Like, I can't just call it like King Sexy or something. That's better, isn't it? King Sexy. Let's go with that. I just want you to know that without doubt, you are the most recent King Sexy to read this message. The chats have shown up. Tell me you did not say my secret. No, I didn't. I didn't say any secrets, Austin 316. John says, wait, the chat is back on the screen. Is it? Hang on. No, it's not. Is it? Oh, Dale got in. Chalmers got in a little, but we still got Jake. And what is going on now? What is going on now? Chalmers managed to break in there. So did Brendan and Slapjack. David Conley, yeah, but then it looks like it just went back to what it was. This is madness. Honestly, I've never known technical difficulties like this before. What? Oh, hello. Literally, hello. Bix there saying hello. Big Boy Dally saying, wow, what is up with the chat? Yeah, I think it might just be looping these now, is it? I don't know. Yeah, Brendan saying Randy Orton, and he said it there. And Catherine saying you're the best. I'm fine with it looping that. That's honestly, that is not a problem at all. That is not a problem at all. I agree with what Catherine... Can everyone see what Catherine's saying? Yeah, I can. That's fair. That is more than fair. Let's try and go back to the chat. People have to beat the system. Back says LSW, not quite. Let's not worry too much about the chat because, you know, there is a wrestling show coming. I haven't seen much in the way of news today, if I'm being honest. The big news was Tegan Nox. I did see that Roman Reigns was speaking out against CM Punk, said that he'd love to slap him around a bit. Did you hear as well that The Undertaker said that if he does come back, he'll come back as Big Evil? He's looking to kind of put the dead man away now, so looks like we might be done with the dead man. If he comes back, he'll be back as Big Evil, which I thought was quite interesting. And yes, The Rock responded to Roman Reigns' Instagram post. Yeah, The Rock's message was quite interesting because The Rock said something like same playground but different devils. I heard you two absolutely tore it down. Many congratulations, or something along these lines. Like, there was nothing there that suggested a match at WrestleMania, but it was still interesting that he left a comment on the post. It did also kind of imply that he hadn't watched it. It did kind of imply that he hadn't actually seen the match. He was like, I heard that you two tore it down. It's like, you might want to, you should watch it, Rock. You should watch it. Let's see what you think after. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where we're going with that. I hope it does build towards that. I would love Roman versus The Rock next year. That's got to be the biggest match WWE could do. Either that or Triple H against CM Punk. I don't think there's a bigger match than Triple H, CM Punk, or Rock versus Roman. I wonder what the biggest match in AEW is. I wonder what the biggest match is that they could book. Hangman against Kenny, or Kenny against Moxley. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they've given us a lot of big matches. Quick question. Do you think Edge will ever return from injury? I think there's a chance that he comes back at the Rumble. So, yeah, I fancy him coming back there and winning it and then going on to face Randy Orton. Days, I've just come back from 3 other streams. Their chat was also being glitchy like yours. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Well, look, it is what it is. We're going to get through it. I don't know if... I mean, in all fairness, when the 2 shows are on, it's very difficult to watch both shows and keep an eye on the chat. So all I'll say is that we're going to do our best tonight. We're going to, you know, when life gives you lemons, then take life down and punch it in the face. Because what are you going to do with lemons? Honestly, what are you meant to do? There's really nothing you can do with lemons. Not on their own, anyway. They say make lemonade, but you need, like, sugar and other things. And if you haven't got that, you've literally just got lemons. So I'm going to punch life in the face and do the best that we can. We've got just over 10 minutes, and then we will be going over to the shows. So we'll watch both shows, share our thoughts. Hopefully the chat does spring back into life at some point, and we'll take it as it comes. Colin says, my secret is I want to watch WWE live. Okay, big secret. Sonny says, I can't see my chat. I can. I feel bad for Days, says Kenny. It's all right. I thrive in these situations. This is what brings out the best in me. These kind of back against the wall, knuckle down, get it done, battle of the fittest. This is where I shine, baby. They call me Sparkly Days. That's what they call me, because I shine in these moments. Let me in, says Sandman882. Hello, Trini. Hope you're well. Days, what is your favourite moment from the Wednesday Night Wars? Honestly, I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember all the moments that have ever happened ever. Honestly, I don't know. I would say to the chat, feel free to let me know what your favourite moment is from the Wednesday Night Wars, but I don't know that would work right now. We are going to come back. Honestly, I feel so alone, says Sunny Wolf. Don't feel alone. Don't feel alone. Sunny says make a new stream. Apparently, it's not working anywhere. Even if we make a new stream, it might not resolve things. So it is what it is. Cage versus Hobbs, says Jake. That would be good. That would be interesting. Ardale says maybe Young Bucks versus FTR. That might be bigger than Kenny Hangman. They've literally been building that match for years without even knowing if they'd be able to face each other. That is true. That is true. Matty Cliff says the hacker is messing up the chat. Yes. Did you hear anything about Rob Van Dam coming back? Not that he's coming back to WWE. I just heard that he is leaving Impact. So I don't know any more than that. But I mean, honestly, I'm not really bothered about him coming back to WWE. WWE are not lacking talent. They're not lacking. They don't need RVD. They don't need like Tessa and all these people. They just don't need them. They've got talent everywhere. The problem is that they don't have the creativity. They don't have the ability to execute compelling storylines. So you can flood it with more names and whatever, but honestly, I don't think it makes a difference. I mean, you look at what they're doing with Ricochet. Ricochet is one of the most talented wrestlers in the world, and look at how they're using Ricochet. Look at how they're using Drew Gulak, who is now just going after the 24/7 title. You know, I mean, the list just goes on and on and on and on and on. Look at how they're using Kevin Owens. Look at what they've done with Aleister Black. I mean, it's ridiculous. Look at how they've used Naomi. Days, who do you think Eddie Kingston will choose to face Jon Moxley? I would imagine it will be someone from his group. So I would imagine it would be maybe Penta or Phoenix or one of the people. Is it Butcher and Blade that he hangs around with as well? But I don't think it'll be one of those. So I'm going to say Penta or Phoenix. Days. Oh, we answered that. Sonny says, I want to chat with people. I know. Jake says, this chat is funny AF. This feels like we've just gone into YouTube quarantine. Well, also I'll say is that the chat on screen looks like it's starting to move in an interesting direction, isn't it? I mean, look at this. We're starting to get some messages coming up, and I don't think they are repeating a little bit. But it's better than it was. I mean, I think we can all agree that we're seeing improvements. So let's just cling on to that, shall we? Jamie says, Days, Ricochet is Ricochet from Mucha Lucha. Do you mean Prince Puma from Lucha Underground? Yes, he is. Colin says, I'm from South Africa. It is 1:30. Oh, shout out to you, buddy. It's 53 minutes past midnight here. We've got just over 6 minutes. 6 minutes. And then we will be going over to AEW and NXT. Michael says, is there any news about Nia Jax and Shayna B? Are they coming back to Monday Night Raw? There's no news that I've seen at all, no. I mean, the fact that we didn't see them on Raw would suggest that they are having to self-isolate. So if it is, then I think it's a period of 2 weeks. So my guess would be that you don't see them on Monday. But you might see them the week after. The big guy says there's no way WWE would take RVD back. He's never passed a wellness policy test. Never. He's never passed a wellness policy test. It's his goal. It's his ambition in life to pass one. Just try and pass one of the wellness policies tests. Could we get a return in Pac against Moxley? I don't know if they've actually opened up international travel yet, so I would be leaning towards potentially no. I don't know if they've opened up international travel. So until I've got the answer on that, I think they do essential flights, but I don't think wrestlers would get on essential flights. So I'm not sure. William says, hello everyone again. Future Compilation says, I can see everyone. Oh, there's a lot of celebrating. It's back, says Jake. Hello. Hello. They fixed it, says Chalmers. Yo. Look at this. All of a sudden, excitement has broken out just as the shows are beginning. I think it speaks absolute volumes, doesn't it, for how much people enjoy hearing what I've got to say. The fact that there is such relief that you can now talk to each other in the chat, I think just absolutely categorically proves that I am just secondary. I am just probably not even secondary as to why people come and hang out here. And I gotta tell you, I'm fine with it. I'm absolutely fine with it. But I just want you to know I tried my best. I tried my best. I tried to keep the conversation going. I was brave. And we've managed to get through with just over 3 minutes to go. Perfect timing, says Future Compilations. Yes, says Sandman882. Default, shout out to you, my friend. John Mode. Ba, 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 ba. And look, it's all on screen and everything, and it's all moving, and I think everything's back to normal. Absolutely wonderful. I've never felt so alive in my life. Tuck John Moxley. Mr. Rotella says, Days, can you shut up? I'm trying to read the chat. I'll just mute myself. No, I can just mute this. It's not a problem. I'm sorry, everyone. Sorry. Have a good evening. Thank you. Who do you think are the top 3 most likely choices for Eddie King? If I was Eddie Kingston, I'd pick Tony Khan. Just for lols. Why not? Just say Tony Khan. I'm going to pick Tony Khan. I want to see John Moxley have to punch Tony Khan in the face repeatedly. That's entertainment. So, a top 4, I don't know, Butcher, maybe Pac if international flights are open, but I'm not sure they are. Pentagon, Phoenix, one of those. I could see it being one of those. Although, I mean, I would say, like, what if you pick Renee Young? That would be awesome. I select Renee Young. Oh, that would be so good. That would be so good. I'm going to miss revealing my secrets, says Austin316. Heather says, notifications are running late. Big Boy Dally says, hi, John. Default says, Days, you make me enjoy wrestling a bit more. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you to someone in the chat that's showing some respect. Days, this is tucking awesome, says Slapjack. Big Boy Dally is happy. Happy Pug Queen says, hello. Was it me you're looking for? Yes. That has gone through my head repeatedly during the past hour. I almost broke out some clay, started moulding away. That'll make sense to anyone that saw the video to that song. Chalmers says, this is one of the first times that I've paid attention to the bearded beanie man. What's his name? Wrestling Dave? The bearded beanie man? Yes. There is a beanie man. He does like reggae music, doesn't he? I don't know what he does. I don't know what it's called. It's not dancehall. Let's just say reggae. But I'm basically the English version of him, the bearded beanie man. Days, you are the man. Michael Williams, shout out to you, my friend. William says, I am the droid you are looking for, but I'm not home right now. Please leave a message. Adam Cole is the GOAT of NXT. Oh, you've changed your tune, John. Now everyone can see, John, you've changed your tune. Ah, fair play. All of a sudden, now the chat's back. John's making out he's an Undisputed Era fan. Interesting. Interesting. Right, friends, forget the drama. It is time to go over to the Wednesday night shows. Bum, 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 bum. Here we go. Wednesday Night War underway. Okay. I'm actually going to have the NXT sound up this week. I regretted not having it last week. So we just got a recap of where we are with things for NXT. AEW starting with a little bit of pyro. I'm a fan of the Young Brooks, says William Hensey. Same here, dude. Big fan. Big fan of the Young Brooks. We're just seeing the crowd at AEW. Is that Pineapple Pete? Okay, and we are starting with... I don't even know who. The Revolution will be televised. Who are you? Ricky Starks. That's who you are. Ricky Starks versus Darby Allin. This has been building for a while. Ricky Starks has come out with a body bag, and it's painted like Darby Allin. That's cool. So this has been building for quite a while, this feud. So Ricky Starks has come out with his own Darby Allin body bag. Mike, shout out to you. Wrestling Bearded Beanie Man. That's a much better brand. It is true. It is true. I mean, it says and does what it says on the tin. Ricky Starks, who obviously we enjoyed in the NWA, going to be taking on Darby Allin. Shotzi's got a new entrance, has she, with a big tank. That's cool. That's nice. Big tank kind of comes on the entrance screen. And it's just a new entrance video for Shotzi. It's really good. Whoever's making their video packages doing a really great job. Because the Bronson Reed one looks awesome as well. Okay, so here is Shotzi Blackheart versus Dakota Kai. Darby Allin making his way down. Darby Allin, of course, going through a divorce at the moment with Priscilla Kelly. Crowd on NXT is back, but it's very limited. Well, I'd heard rumours that Dakota Kai was going to have to self-isolate, but she's coming down with Raquel Gonzalez, so I don't know if this is taped. Right, Dakota Kai, I think her heel turn has been a lot of fun, man. Dakota Kai has really found herself since she turned heel. It's been really great to see. We are NXT, says Dave in real life. Candice LeRae is the only one that kicked out of the Isiah moonsault. So does that mean that she might have EO's number? Maybe. Maybe. Candice isn't the worst person to put the title onto. I mean, when she signed, I expected her to be champion at some point, so... okay, we are underway with both of these matches. We've got Darby Allin in control against Ricky Starks. We've got Shotzi taken down Dakota. Back elbow by Dakota. Dakota hurling Shotzi into the corner. Dakota charging over. Gets knocked down. Duck underneath. Darby Starks, no commercial break. Oh, really? I didn't hear that. Very cool. Very cool. Against the ropes goes Dakota. Big kick. Roll up by Shotzi. We're on the outside on AEW as Ricky, gets suplexed onto the edge of the ring and crashes down to the outside. So, nice looking suplex to start us off. Colin says, Adam Cole, Bay. My eyes are on AEW at the moment, says Monica King. Monica King, how are you feeling today? Give us a status update. I know that people will want to know. William says, I'm going to start wearing a beanie now. It is the trend. Days, will Takeover be in the Thunderdome? I don't believe so. I've heard no reports that it's going to be. And even when they had the Thunderdome before, they didn't do it. So I would lean towards no. 1, 2, kick out by Dakota. Brian Cage has come down on AEW. Hobbs has come down as well. I tell you what, look at this. Hobbs and Cage going at it. Very impressive. Boom. Hobbs and Cage brawl into the back. Nice submission hold here by Shotzi. Oh, that was great. Shotzi pulling back on the arms, and she lifted her body weight up and slammed herself down, and she does it again. That does look nasty. That looks like it could do really serious shoulder damage. But lovely reversal by Dakota Kai. So, good. Honestly, it's hard to know what to watch. You're kind of like watching both here. I can tell you that Will Hobbs has taken Brian Cage away. Now we've got Ricky Starks hurling Darby Allin into the corner. Darby Allin going slumping down. Dakota Kai back in control against Shotzi. And a little graphic in the corner saying that we're going to get that face-to-face with Finn Balor and Kyle O'Reilly. Will Hobbs and Brian Cage make it a tag match, says David Paul. That's what they would do if this was WWE. Colin, shout out to you, my friend. Thank you to everyone in the chat. I'm feeling a lot better today, says Monica. Very good. How are you? I'm very good, thank you. Very good. As Dakota goes for the cover, shoulder up by Shotzi. We are well underway. Actually, almost 10 minutes in. Almost 10 minutes in. Both shows having both really good matches. Like, honestly, you can't separate them. I think both of these matches are about on par. They're both fast-paced. Some lovely action. Knee to the chin of Shotzi by Dakota. Dakota charging over. Oh, gets taken down into the ropes. Shotzi going against the ropes, and Raquel Gonzalez gets in the way. Shotzi tells her to get back down. Shotzi gets picked up. Oh, backbreaker! Backbreaker by Dakota. Shoulder up. As Ricky Starks is stomping on Darby Allin over on AEW, and NXT has been very kind and gone to a commercial break. That definitely helps. That definitely helps. That means that this can now have my full attention. Congratulations, AEW. Commercial, yes. Shotzi is having some really good matches recently, says Ryan. R. Dale says both matches are pay-per-view level matches. They are both very, very good. Very, very good. Darby over the top. Goes up over Code Red. Code Red. 2. Oh. I mean, that... The problem I've got is that should be a finisher. It looks so impressive. It always does my head in when Code Reds, Destroyers, and the main one, the one that really frustrates me, Reverse Ranas. Imagine you're standing there and all of a sudden you're going backwards. And not only are you going backwards, you get dumped on your head. If that doesn't get a 3 count, then I don't know what should. So I really, really feel like Code Reds, Destroyers, Reverse Ranas, there needs to be a meeting where it gets decided that those are finishers. Bold predictions. Darby Allin defeats Ricky Starks and Shotzi Blackheart is going to defeat Dakota Kai, says TMG. Shotzi has got some crazy moves. She's got some nice submissions, yeah. Some really nice submissions. So, still at commercial break. The pacing of the AEW match has just slowed a little bit, but that's fine. Darby getting up to his feet. And he says, come on. He's gone full on Nakamura. Slap to Ricky Starks as they're both on their knees. Forearm strike by Darby Allin. Ricky Starks fires a shot back as well. Slap by Darby. Slap by Ricky. They're trading slaps back and forth. Forearm strikes and slaps coming in by Darby Allin. Allin against the ropes. Over the top. Round the back. Oh, lovely. Springboard. Oh, spear by Ricky. Mid-air spear. 1, 2. Kick out. That was nice. That was nice. Mid-air spear. Lovely. Great stuff. Days, are they building towards a body bag match with Darby and Starks? That's a good idea. That'd be good, wouldn't it? If it does, it should main event. I've got no problem with them starting, though, because I do feel like the first match of the evening, much like the first match of a pay-per-view, is quite an important one. It really sets the tone. So, yeah, no problem with them opening here. But if they do a rematch and it's a body bag match, then it should main event. Ricky is putting Darby on that top rope. So I'd say AEW have done a decent job whilst NXT has been at commercial break. But we are back with NXT now. Shotzi rolling out of the way. Drop kick by Shotzi. Dakota goes back into the corner. Shotzi charging over. Throws Dakota down. Plants her face first. Looks like they're setting up for something big over on AEW. And... yeah, Dakota is down. Knee strike by Shotzi. Big forearm strike. Discus forearm. Step up in Zaguri by Shotzi as well as Dakota goes over to the ropes. Coffin drop by Darby Allin. 1, 2, 3. Darby Allin wins. Darby Allin hits the coffin drop. Gets the victory on AEW. Shotzi with a pinning attempt there. Chicken wing German suplex. Tried to get the pin, but couldn't get it. Just a 2. NXT women's matches are always good, says John. That's how Cornette feels about a superplex. Here we go. Dakota is down. And Dakota has got... Oh, lovely. Hip toss. Going for a cover. 2. Just a 2. 2 for Dakota. I think they're just going to preview what we've got to come. AEW. But really good. I think Dakota just said finisher, yeah? Just a little graphic saying Eddie Kingston will pick Moxley's challenger. We were talking about that. Britt Baker returns. I'm very excited about that. Shotzi back in the corner. Dakota charging over up to the outside. Dakota on the edge of the ring. Big forearm strike by Shotzi. Oh, kick to the side of the head as Shotzi goes down to the edge of the ring. And Shotzi kicks out and takes the legs away from Dakota. This is a battle. This is a war that we're watching right here between these two. Both on the edge of the ring right now. Looks like someone's making their way out on AEW. Can't see who it is yet. Nice kick by Dakota. Goes for another kick, but couldn't get it. Nice switch kick by Shotzi. It's Cody. Cody has come out, so Cody is going to be face-to-face with Brodie. Cody and Brodie. It was just a red screen that they had. You really couldn't see who it was that was coming, but it is the American Nightmare. See Wrestling, shout out to you. Hope you're well. Heather says, I flippin' love Ricky and Darby. I could watch them all day. Yes. Yeah, very good match. And to have Cody come out straight after, that's big. That's big. That's definitely going to keep the momentum going, isn't it? Definitely going to keep the momentum going. Right, we're still underway with Shotzi and Dakota. They spilled to the outside. Shotzi's managed to get back into the ring. Blackheart going over against the ropes. Raquel trips her. Oh, that's the only frustrating thing is outside interference. Here comes Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley comes down, drives Raquel Gonzalez into the ring steps. And Rhea Ripley pointing at Raquel. I remember on NXT, you used to get next to no outside interference. When it was just on the network, it's a real strength of NXT. They didn't tend to have outside interference. They use it all the time now. Dakota goes for a big kick, misses with it. Shotzi rolls her up, gets the 3. So, a bit of a nothing finish there. I've got to tell you, I actually think that the outside interference hurt that match. I actually think having Raquel Gonzalez trying to trip over Shotzi and then Rhea coming down and out, I just wish we'd just got a clean finish. I mean, Dakota going for the kick, missing, rolled up. That should have just been the finish. But instead, you've got the Raquel thing, the Rhea thing. It's not a disaster or anything. I'm just saying I would have preferred a clean finish. Well, there's a very sad-looking Raquel Gonzalez, a very sad-looking Dakota Kai, and a very happy-looking Shotzi Blackheart. We've got Isiah Swerve and Santos Escobar. So they are about to do an interview. We're at commercial break on AEW, by the way. AEW sucks, says Pooley. Shotzi was doing great until that it was unnecessary, says Jason. Isiah says, I feel that I'm the better competitor. And it's a split screen and you've got Escobar like, no, 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 no. This is obviously building towards their match at TakeOver 31. And as we said, we will stream that because it's on Sunday. So it's not, there's no clash with anything. It's clever that it's on Sunday, actually. It's good that it's on Sunday because they would be going up against UFC. I hope Shotzi's head is okay. Right, we are coming back to AEW. Let's see what Cody's got to say. I'm more into Cody than I am into Santos and Isiah Swerve. Here we go. Welcome back. think I said last week, I hope I said it last week, so I really do feel this way. He looks like the lead singer of My Chemical Romance. You'll always wrestle hurt. Cody hinting that it's his spirit that's been broken.
So you know that pre-pandemic, all of us just shook hands at nauseam. Wrestlers, it's a particular quirk backstage in wrestling locker rooms is that we shake hands over and over and over again, and often it is incorrectly chalked up as respect.
Where's he going with this? The reason we shake hands backstage is because we need each other.
For example, the marquee has two names on it. It is you versus somebody else. So imagine
my shame. When I lose the TNT title. In a few minutes. You got a call from Hollywood, and I jumped at it. This is quite interesting. I don't know where he's going, and that makes, I mean, like, you really feel like you're on a journey. He's telling you about his mental state and what was going on whilst he was away. Cody says, "Who am I? I'm just the guy that got beat in 3 minutes." My feet are planted firmly on the ground. And my... This is good. This is good. The chat is purple and I love it, says Sunny. Great promo on NXT. I'm loving this, says Monica King. Okay, so he's talking about not really knowing his place. NXT's at commercial break, by the way. Cody just talking about, like, how he was sat next to an actress and sat next to these important people on that other show he does. And who's he? He's just the guy that lost in 3 minutes.
Now, speaking of Mr. Brodie Lee, do you accept Brodie's challenge for a dog collar match?
Do you accept Brodie's challenge for a dog collar match? Both shows have been good so far, says James Chadwick. I agree. Miss Clown 1, shout out to you, dude. Jerome Wright, thank you very much, my friend. It was a great promo by Santos and Swerve. Very cool. So he's walking away. He's turned it down. Well, he's standing on the entrance stage. He's turned down the dog collar match, but he's coming back. Right. So next week he's going to do it. Brodie comes out. I really like the passion that he showed. The only thing I wasn't a fan of was him walking off and then coming back. Like, trying to add in, like, some extra drama. I think it would have been a bit better for me if he'd have just said, do you want to have the match? And he says no. No regrets. And then done it rather than said no, walked off, stopped, acted all dramatic, turned around, came back, and then finished what he was saying. That was a little bit like, what you doing, mate? Brandy's coming down. What, has she come down just to center? What? I thought Brandy was coming down to talk some sense into Cody or to, you know, pull some people apart. No, she jumps up top, does a big senton to the outside. There's this has broken down, by the way. We've got Brodie, we've got Nyla Rose is just getting involved now. It's an absolute people from the crowd getting involved. It is just a big melee. Brodie Lee with the Dark Order. We've got the Nightmare family. So, dog collar match next week. Brodie Lee running back down again. He's got a lovely suit, by the way. It looks good. And again, they're looking to try and separate them. Right, we've got another of those vignettes. Another of those vignettes. It's a bike. See, that looks like blonde hair. God, it's really hard to hear what's being said. That is blonde hair. That really does look like blonde hair. 4th of October. Okay, well, either way, it was someone on a bike. They picked up a pamphlet or some kind of poster of this weekend's takeover. And there's some words, but I couldn't catch what they were. They're still fighting on AEW. It's Bo Dallas. It's Bo Dallas with blonde hair. It's The Undertaker. Yes, it was on a bike. It's American Blondass. Oh, it's American Blondass. Amazing. This pull apart has taken way too long, says Sean. NXT Takeover is defo not to be missed. Monica says, I've got no idea who that could be. Corey says, I think it might be Scarlett. Yeah. It's not a bad shout. I don't get that. I didn't get the Bo Dallas thing before, and I still don't get it. Right, Tony is backstage with FTR. FTR promo. Right, we just got a little chat with Kyle. So, promos on both shows. Got a promo on AEW. Got a promo on NXT. It's Blonde Dallas. So FTR says, we're looking forward to taking on the first ever AEW tag team champs. That they are facing them tonight. FTR against SCU. FTR are saying, why do the Young Bucks deserve tag title matches? That every time they've got close, they've blown it. Do you think they deserve a tag title opportunity because Dave Meltzer loves them? He keeps throwing them all the stars. Oh, here's the Bucks. Super kick, down went Tony. Matt Jackson.
No, we were right here. Right here. Why didn't you kick us? You pick on the big guy, huh? Hey, tough guy. Yeah. Right here. We're right here. Not the old man, not the referees. Come get us. What we have just seen is absolutely reprehensible.
It's a bit weird. I don't know what it is, man. I don't understand why they're going around super kicking like. Yeah, I hate it as well. I agree with Excalibur. Excalibur's like, it's stupid, it's senseless, and I hate it. I agree. It is stupid, it is senseless. I'm pretty sure they could go to HR over that. Lots of interviews tonight. It's Wednesday night promo. Okay, Austin. Is Kyle face? Maybe. I have no idea. I don't know what they're bringing him in as. He certainly looked face there. And I think he's been acting face recently as well. We've got Sean Spears backstage. Sean Spears says good luck to SCU, who are about to go out. So it looks like that's going to be our next match. FTR versus SCU. And it is for the tag title belts. SCU. SCU. The Carl video package was awesome, says Sean. The Bucks suck goat meat, says Shenanigan Rules. Christian says, why have you not changed NXT Shotzi versus Dakota when you've changed AEW? There hasn't been anything happen in the ring. There hasn't been anything go on. Everything we've had since has been backstage interviews. But there hasn't been another match since that happened. Young Bucks are using the Alexa Fiend storyline, says David Paul. I love AEW, but the Bucks stuff isn't working for me. I agree. I think their first match was really good. I think that Cody's promo is good. I just didn't like the bit where he walked off and then came back. I don't know why Brandy always has to get involved and do something, but she does. And then the Bucks thing's weird, man. I agree. I don't like it. Both shows quite close. But I might be leaning to AEW. But I'll be the first to admit that I've been listening to their promos more than I have NXT's. Bold prediction. FTR retain the AEW World Tag Team Championships against SCU. Robin says the Kyle video package was great. It showed him doing jiu-jitsu and in Ring of Honor and in New Japan. The Young Bucks are acting like their Bullet Club heel days, says NBA YT. Shout out to you. Both shows actually at commercial break right now. No Thunder Rose are on AEW, so there's no reason to watch that show. Brony says, I'm worried some of the NXT superstars who get called up to Raw or SmackDown because of how they will get booked. I think we all are, my friend. I think we all are. The Bucks are trying to turn heel and make people hate them, but not in the way that people hated them back when they were in the Bullet Club. So I think it's working, says Ardale. Sean says, Days, if WWE see something in Zelina as an in-ring performer, then I think she would benefit from having a heavy, like HBK, has Diesel. I think Raquel Gonzalez would work, and they could tag as well. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. Here we go. The Tegan update we were hoping for. So, we wish the best and a speedy recovery. I hope Candice is laughing about it.
Johnny, Candice, as we just heard, Tegan Nox
Yeah.
suffered a torn ACL due to the attack by you, Candice. I think it had to be done, really.
It's karma.
Okay, let's talk about
Yeah.
it tonight.
Candice, like, yeah.
Face Io Shirai
Good.
and Damian Priest before-
I wish they would go a bit further. I really do. I wish they were laughing their head. I wish they were like. Ah! I wish they were like losing their minds. Instead, they're just like, yeah, had to be done, really. It's not bad. It's not bad. Sunday. They're talking about Sunday. They could both have belts. They've both got nice jackets. Johnny with a blue jacket. Candice with a pink one. They've both got logos on. Their logos, one each side. The Poison Pixie and Johnny's, well, I don't know what you call it, face. Cameron Grimes is coming down. Okay, so FTR have come down on AEW. Cameron Grimes have come down. Right. I'm going to change it now that we've got some action in the ring. Cameron Grimes versus... I didn't have him down in a match, so I actually don't know who he's facing. Miami Heat versus LA Lakers. Yeah. Is Tegan Nox done? She does seem very injury prone. I don't know, man. I don't know. I need to see what's happening with that. I mean, it'd be interesting to... I don't think it's a work. But you never quite know. But the way it's been reported, they have never reported injuries on the official injury list and used it for storylines. So, oh, is it a promo that he's cutting? Right, Cameron Grimes cutting a promo. He says his opportunity was taken away in a gauntlet eliminator. Who does he remind me of? He reminds me a little bit of Brother Love. I can hear Brother Love in his voice. If he started saying "I love you," it would be Brother Love. Right, he's facing some opponents. Joey Pistachio. I love Joey Pistachio. He's a big player in the 85-pound weight class. Yeah, let's go, Joey Pistachio. £80 weight class. Oh, double stomp, Joey. I can't even put his name down because it's 1, 2, 3. And that's good because I'd struggle to spell pistachio anyway. I struggle to say it. Okay, well, thanks for coming, Joey. He's got more competition lined up. I like this. Joey Strong. Oh, Ridge Holland's here. Ridge Holland is beating up opponent number 2. Joey Strong. I like the look of Ridge Holland. Cameron Grimes is pleading with Ridge Holland. You're not a part of the Invitational. Big strike by Ridge Holland. Over on AEW, we've got this tag match well underway. FTR and SCU. And we're now underway with Ridge Holland and Cameron Grimes. Big crossbody by Scorpio Sky. But Cash Wheeler coming in. Ridge Holland. Good work by SCU. Working together, clothesline. Dax goes to the outside. Cash up, comes crashing down onto Dax. So both of FTR are thrown to the outside. Against the ropes. Oh, baseball slide. Did he just smack him on the backside? I can tell you that Cameron Grimes is down out of the ring. Scorpio Sky does a plancha. Don't know if it was suicide dive or a plancha. Cameron Grimes is down out the ring. Ridge Holland is just walking off. I'm not sure that was an actual match. I think it was just an assault. Backstage with Austin Theory on NXT. Ridge Holland doing a possessed bliss. Holland killed him. Fair play, says David. Cameron Grimes kind of got squashed, says Brony. I'd die laughing if Grimes hit that brother love. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Days Cameron Grimes will take on all the Joeys. Joey Pistachio, Joey Strong, Joey Styles, Joey Lawrence, Joey from Friends. Take them on, all of them. Austin says they're calling Kyle the Future. The future belongs to Austin Theory. Kushida. The migration to this new environment, the United States, has been truly the biggest event that happened to me and my family. It sure was a struggle, work and private life. It was hard to concentrate, but now it's time. Now the setup is complete. I can concentrate on the ring. Now I like to say it's time to demonstrate and show the real me. Injuries, of course, setbacks, which made me impatient. I'm impatient as well. Kushida, you deserve better. The time has come to step up a notch and go ballistic. Yes, go ballistic, Kushida. At this takeover, you'll see me explode. Velveteen Dream, you are my stepping stone. Yes, 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 Kushida. Yes. The new Kushida is vicious. Take over. Here I come. Kushida up next. Lovely. I'll eat that up all day long. I think Cameron would have had Holland with a little more preparation, says Jason. Days, what do you think of Raw this week? It's pretty bland. I think we gave it a 6.5. Yeah, I mean, Raw's not in a great place at the moment. Not in a great place at all. The scores that it's getting are very favourable from me because I'm just having such a great time on the streams. Considering that is a 3-hour show, I am never, ever bored. Never bored during those streams because there's always something crazy to talk about. So, I have to say, I've been having fun. It's so crazy because the booking is awful. And, like, there's so much just go, what? And I do completely understand people looking at the show going, that is trash, 3 out of 10. I get it. I get it. I absolutely get it. But I have to be honest in that I'm just having a great time. I'm just really having a lot of fun. So I do really look forward to the Raw streams. Obviously, SmackDown is probably the show I look forward to the most, but I have been really enjoying Raw streams just because that show is absolutely off its rocker. Right, NXT is at commercial break, and we've got Scorpio Sky trying to pin Dax, but just a 2. I like Holland, but that segment felt a little bit flat, says Jason. Well, from what I've seen of this tag match, it has been very good. Kazarian on the outside. In comes Kazarian. Duck underneath, charges over, forearm strike. Back elbow to Dax, clothesline to Dax. Lovely spinning kick there by Kazarian. Nice kick to the back of the head. Leg drop to the back of the head, actually. Has got Dax against the ropes, but reversed. Crossbody. Great work by Kazarian. In comes Cash. He's going to flip him over. Yeah. So, 20-minute time limit. There's a 20-minute time limit on this match. Northern Lights suplex. Almost got the pin, but couldn't get it by Frankie Kazarian. Nice. 2. Kick out again. Raw has been terrible in recent weeks, says Mark. Everything has a good time in the worst of times, says RJ Madma. Anthony says, Days, do you think Raw should go back to the Performance Center so that way Raw could be good again? No. I don't think the Thunderdome is the problem. I just think that Retribution has been a big part of the problem. I think having them attack so many times, then having them with such silly names and taking talent that we know and love and turning them into these weird characters seemingly out of nowhere is so out there. You just go, what? And then the whole Mysterio family stuff. I mean, it's got nothing to do with the Performance Center. I think the Thunderdome's been a definite step up. It's just the storylines they're trying to tell are absolutely crazy. And now we've got Tuck in a seemingly heading into a relationship with, just when, we didn't know what was going to happen with Dominic Mysterio. Here comes Tuck Mysterio out of nowhere. We gained another Mysterio child. I wonder if there's any more. There might be more that come out of the woodwork. Right, Kushida is coming down. Nice roll up by Scorpio Sky. Yeah, Kushida on his way down. Big fan of Kushida. Big fan of Kushida, really. I've enjoyed a lot of his New Japan matches. So Kushida going over to the corner. He knows it's time to perform. It's time to get going. Crossbody. 2. Oh, kick out. FTR in all kinds of trouble at the moment. Scorpio Sky. 2. Shoulder up again by FTR. It's going to be Tony Nese. Completely forgot about Tony Nese. I forgot Tony Nese was a thing. But Kushida versus Tony Nese. It's just not worked for Tony Nese, has it? He's been around for a good few years now, and it's just he's not progressing in any way. Right. Kazarian gets powerbomb down. Dragon suplex 2. That's a 3? That was a 3? I swear that was a 3 count. I'm sure if they look at the replay on that, that's a 3. It's a dragon suplex. Referee is saying it's 2, but... Right, we're underway with Kushida against Tony Nese, and we're just under 10 minutes away from the half-time point. Big strike by Kazarian. Dream is going to interfere, says John. Nese did win the Cruiserweight title at Mania. Retribution, you mean a knockoff poor man's Dark Order, says Revelation MG. TMG says bold prediction, Kushida's going to beat Tony Nese. Ryan says, I forgot that Tony existed. Chalmers says Tony Nese deserves a push. Well, he's being pushed right now into the ring post. And down he goes. Inside goes Tony Nese. Kushida with a kick. Another kick as well. Kushida gets... Oh, under the legs goes Tony Nese. This is good work. Picks Kushida up. He's got him onto his shoulder, but Kushida's managed to grab a wrist lock. And he's taking it down. Lovely work. Nice roll-up by Scorpio Sky. Really fast-paced match over on AEW. It is fast and furious. Tully is holding on to Cash. The ref kicks at the arms, and it's a roll-up by Scorpio Sky. Scorpio Sky is so crisp in the ring. It is so impressive. Worth mentioning, Hangman on commentary over on AEW. Suplex into the ring comes Cash. Cash roll into the outside. Scorpio Sky. Double wrist lock. Kushida calling it. Kushida wins it. FTR have won. FTR have just managed to get a victory. I really thought that was going to go to the time. I really thought that was going to be a time limit draw. This match just seemed to keep going and going and going. It was Tully that pulled at the legs of Scorpio Sky, held his legs down. It allowed Cash to get the 1-2-3 as he came crashing down onto Scorpio Sky. So Tully doing some good heel managing work. And FTR retain. I can tell you the lights have all gone purple on NXT. And we've got Velveteen Dream now. Boos for the Dream. The Dream always puts on his best performances under the brightest spotlight. Not really much there, just the lights went purple. Quick little promo from Velveteen Dream. And backstage we got Cameron Grimes He's holding on to his eye. Oh, Dexter Lumis! Dexter Lumis! Look at Lumis. Look at Lumis. He is a killer, isn't he? He is just looks like an absolute murderer. He looks like an absolute killer. Could you imagine Lumis being in a union with Ridge Holland? I would really like those two to be together. I think that would work. Lumis with Ridge Holland, both of them in like those Ridge Holland coats, I think would look really, really cool. Killers, man. Killers. Lumis. That's exciting. Both shows at commercial break at the same time, which is great. Gives us an opportunity just to catch up. Quite a long tag match. Thought it was decent. Some nice tag team work. Very fast-paced towards the end. And obviously a win for FTR thanks to some heel tactics. Kushida looking okay against Tony Nese. I mean, nothing really that special. And the promo after wasn't really that special. Really feel like these shows are very close once again. Very, very close once again. Really not much between it. I think the action has been maybe a little better over on AEW. Maybe AEW just edging it. I think their action's been a little bit better. And as we said, you know, some of their promos have been quite strong as well. But not much in it. Really not much in it. But we'll do halftime scores at the next commercial break. But Lumis coming back is really cool. LSW says Lumis should be in a horror movie. Austin 316, shout out to you. Lumis and Holland, the pesky blinders. Tony Nese is criminally underrated, says a random nerd right here. Mike says, when's your birthday? My birthday is May 12th. Kim says, does anyone think that the Murphy and Aaliyah storyline is wrong or gross? I don't know if it's wrong. I don't know. I mean, like, I think it's all above board. It's all legal, like, isn't it? I mean, 12 years difference is not brilliant, you know? But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of think, like, do you know what I mean? If they love each other, who are we to stand in the way? Who are we to stand in the way of true love? Did the Dark Order come out? Yes. Big beatdown. Took forever to break them apart. I'm just saying there are relationships where people care about each other, but there is an age gap, but it is nothing for them to be a couple. Besides, this is just storyline. Right, well, we are going over to Isiah Kassidy against, I think it's Jericho time. Isiah Kassidy versus Jericho. So, big segment for AEW now. Any Jericho segment is a big segment. Trini says, I can't say anything about age. My fiance is 14 years older than me. There we go. I hope you're happy, my friend. That's all. I hope you're happy. Who are we to judge happiness? I mean, I think it's all right. Right, little advert for WWE Shop. And Jericho making his way out with his Inner Circle friends. Right, we've got Adam Cole, Bay in the ring. 3 years. 3 years we've been part of NXT. And we have dominated. Yeah, the prophecy came true. More important than that. People in the locker room knew that if you crossed us, you would pay. We lost those championships. This is good from Adam Cole. We thought they were going to have to put something big on NXT to go up against Jericho. They've put Adam Cole out there. Nothing has changed. We're the same undisputed era. It's good promo. We've dominated this brand. So Austin Theory. You want to run your mouth about Kyle O'Reilly? So Adam Cole calling out Austin Theory because Austin Theory had things to say about Kyle O'Reilly. His theory. Adam Cole over Chris. Nah, says Rakim. Good promo, says Jeremy. Adam Cole. I'm going to give you two options. Bring your stupid face and walk into these ropes. Or stay where you are. Because me and the Undisputed Era will beat you up where you stand. He has got a problem, hasn't he, Austin Theory here? Theory coming into the ring. So are we getting this match now? Theory against Cole. Hey, this is a good little match to just get out of nowhere, isn't it? Theory versus Cole. Like it. Good build as well. Just out of nowhere, but makes sense. Adam Cole versus. Oh my god. Flippity flip. There we go. Yeah, Undisputed Era rallying around Kyle O'Reilly, really supporting Kyle and his opportunity that he's got. So we've got Adam Cole against Austin Theory over, net breaker, over on NXT. Over on AEW, we've got Cassidy taking on Jericho. He gets pushed into the railings. Bold predictions. Jericho defeats Cassidy. Adam Cole defeats Theory. Why are they making Theory lose every week, says Brandon. Austin Theory gives the Undisputed Era hand signal. Gets booted. Gets booted really hard by Adam Cole. Jericho's down on AEW. We've got Cassidy going up top. Oh! Oh, sent on. By Cassidy, but only gets a 2. Theory getting thrown into the steps. There's action everywhere. We got 2 great matches on both shows at the same time. Adam Cole and Theory outside the ring, but Cole throwing Theory back in. Big chops and forearm strikes coming in by Cassidy against Jericho. Cassidy going against the ropes. Gets picked up and slammed down. Damn that kick, says Monica King. What did Theory say that was so bad? He was saying that... Well, he didn't even say anything that was that bad. He was saying, why are they calling Kyle O'Reilly the future? And he was just saying, like, how long Kyle O'Reilly's been wrestling for. And he was like, I'm the future. That was about it, really. He was just saying, like, Kyle O'Reilly's, you know, not young. Been wrestling for a long time. So why is he the future? Lovely suplex, snap suplex by Adam Cole, baby. Matt Hardy is outside the ring, obviously at ringside, showing support for Isiah Cassidy. Kicks by Jericho. It's tradition in wrestling for the person moving on to lose in order to elevate someone else on their way up. It only makes sense that Cole will lose this match. It's got a headlock applied right now. We've got Cassidy slumped outside the ring, and Jericho going to slingshot him into that bottom rope. Boom! And he does. Jericho slingshots Cassidy into the bottom rope. Again, headlock applied by Adam Cole. I love Adam Cole, says John. If they let Theory actually wrestle, this could be an actual good match, says Brandon. I agree. I mean, Theory's such a great wrestler. So, yeah, both matches are very, very intriguing. Into the corner goes Theory. Cassidy is down. Jericho on his knees, really taking his time. Pace of that AEW match has really slowed down. Here we go. Cole gets reversed into the corner. Theory to the outside. Shoulder roll through. Drop kick. Lovely. So crisp. Theory is so impressive. Theory can easily be a top guy. Commercial break for NXT. Adam Cole might not be leaving NXT, says Chris. Theory also mentioned how he was at WrestleMania at only age 22, says Brony. Are you looking forward to the mixed tag match? Yeah. Yeah, I am. The only thing is that it's only to promote this weekend. Like a lot of these matches, the only downside really is there's a lot of matches it just doesn't matter. Like if Theory wins, what does it matter? If Cole wins, what does it matter? I mean, I'm sure it will lead to some storyline wise, maybe. Same with this as well. What does it matter if Jericho wins or if Cassidy wins? So NXT's at commercial break. So you might as well get your scores in. Let's do it now. I don't know when both shows will be at commercial break. So get your scores in, your halftime scores for both shows. What do you think of NXT? What do you think of AEW? What do you think if you're watching both shows? I say it, Tom. Do you think Theory would have done if he had stayed as part of Seth's group? Not much, to be honest. I think he would have been treated the same way that Murphy has, and I don't think Murphy's really benefited that much. Now they're seemingly going to split him from Seth and partner him up with Tuck, and I don't know. Don't know how I feel about that. Joking aside, I love Tuck, and we have a lot of fun, but I do understand people going, what? NXT 7, says Brony. 6.5 for NXT, says Trini. 7.5 says for NXT, says LSW, but a 7.5 for AEW. Chalmers says AEW 6.25, NXT 6. Future Compilation says NXT 7.5, AEW 7.25. Brony says NXT 7. I don't watch AEW. Stacy says NXT 7. John's got NXT 8. AEW 7, NXT 7.5. James Chadwick says AEW 7.25, NXT 7.5. Trabante says both for 6. I've got to tell you, I mean, look at these scores. They're real close. For anyone that is watching both, they are real close. Sonny's got NXT as a 7. AEW 6.8. Eric's got 7.65 for both. Sean Reset says 8.25. Christian says 8 out of 10 for NXT. AEW, 10 out of 10. I can tell you that kick out there by Jericho. NXT 8, AEW, who cares, says Tommy B. Sonny says NXT 7, AEW 6.8. Notorious Heel has got NXT 7.5. Danny says AEW 10 out of 10. I don't watch NXT. But Christian says NXT has been better for me. Dave says 5 out of 10 for NXT. Dave's Cornette loves Theory and compares him to a young Lance Storm. I can see that. Stomp by, kick out by Jericho, stomp by Theory. We got 50 minutes left. So we've 1 hour 10 minutes into this. Nice double knees by Isiah. Chin lock by Theory. Shoulder up by Jericho. Theory is standing moonsault. 2. Kick out. So, Isiah Kassidy, springboard. Oh, is that Judas effect? I think he springboarded into a back elbow, gets knocked out in the middle of the ring, and Isiah Kassidy loses to Chris Jericho. And then out of nowhere, the Inner Circle come running in and get a few shots off. Matt Hardy with a chair. Right, we're still underway on NXT. Adam Cole with Theory. Theory going round the back. Nice enziguri kick by Adam Cole. Backstabber. Going for the cover. 2. Kick out by Theory. Got another brawl again. Luther going after Jericho. Nick Cage is awesome. Chaos Project versus Jericho and Hager next week, says David Paul. We've got Kip Sabian and Miro. Knee to the back of the head by Cole. Kick out by Theory. Okay, Miro on the phone. Okay, they're in a bar. It's so hard to know what they're doing with Miro. Miro's just playing games. They're just at like an arcade. Who? No way, that's the guy out of King of Kong. That's the dude that had the record for the King Kong. Billy Mitchell? If you've ever seen that, there's a documentary about King Kong. No, not King Kong, Donkey Kong. There's a documentary about Donkey Kong, and it is absolutely awesome. I have it, but I don't know if I can put my hand on it right now. But it's called, I'm sure it's called The King of Kong, and it is absolutely fascinating. Billy Mitchell cheated, basically, to get the record, and it shows you, like, him and this other guy trying to break the record. Oh, have I got it here? I'd love to show you what it looks like. It's really good, man. It's really... Don't think so. Really recommend it. It's one of those just really wild, really interesting documentaries. Billy Mitchell, that's his name. Like, that will be lost on a lot of people. A lot of people, I'm sure, will be like, who's that? Adam Cole picking up Theory. Knee again to the back, looking for the last shot. Boom! Gets it. 1, 2, 3. Adam Cole wins. Bay, as Orange Cassidy makes his way out. Right, Orange Cassidy taking on 10. No one has earned a title shot more. Kyle is going to shock the world. So, Orange Cassidy against 10. Adam Cole victorious against Austin Theory. That was a great match on NXT. Sean says, Days, I believe Ray held off on signing his contract in order to make sure WWE would use Dominic in a major angle and basically get his whole family paychecks. Smart move. Yeah, I agree. I don't know if it's... Well, it could be a smart move. It could also backfire if people don't take to the Mysterio family. Because I've seen a bit of backlash against the Tuck Murphy story. I think people are on board with Dominic. I think there's a lot of affection for Dominic. How do you watch WWE and AEW at the same time? With difficulty. To shout out to you, the best gamer. The Roblox and Minecraft Mister. So, Adam Cole victorious. NXT goes to commercial break. We've got Orange Cassidy, who's come down. He rolls out the ring. Goes over to Billy. He's having a little chat with Billy as Dark Order come out. Here's Evil Uno. They're giving him some water. There's 10. Billy Mitchell didn't cheat. His score was legit. The people doing the scoring changed the criteria for scoring and retroactively accused him. His scores have been reinstated this year. I mean, I have seen that documentary many times, and the video that he submitted is... The video evidence was beyond questionable, to put it that way. So, I don't know as to where the record is now. I can only say about from the documentary, but it didn't look good. It really didn't look good. Because like the video was glitching, and they really believed that video was edited. So I don't know. Let's not get into the intricacies of it all. If you think that he hasn't cheated, that's fine. I think he definitely did. Days, Royce Isaacs has been fired by NWA. I don't know. We was talking about this yesterday. Dalton says, dog collar match. That's next week. Rob M says, everyone is losing their mind over the age difference. She's 19, not 16, so it's kind of silly, the noise that people are making. Ardale says, the documentary was made by people on the accusing side. Look it up. He was exonerated. His scores were fully reinstated. Okay, fair play. Fair play. I can only tell you what was in those documentaries, and in that documentary, and they said that he had a very close relationship with the people that, you know, run the whole system, and they believe it to be rigged. So I don't know. There's more than a question mark hanging over it. I really need to watch that O'Reilly video package again, says John. I love Impact, says Tyler. Former North American champion, former NXT champion, and the longest reigning NXT champion, Adam Cole has done it all, and we are a week away from the draft. SmackDown needs to shock the system, says Shay. Days, who is your favourite wrestler of all time? Undertaker or Shawn? Undertaker or Shawn? Sean says, if he didn't cheat at Donkey Kong, then Carol Baskin didn't kill her first husband. Dan says, both shows are pretty good. NXT 6, AEW 8. Heather says, New Japan is better than everyone. Ten is putting Orange Cassidy's hands in his pockets. And Orange Cassidy rolling up 10. We've got just under 40 minutes to go. Just under 40 minutes to go. Backstage, we've got Damian Priest and Io Shirai. Damian Priest says they're calling themselves the Power Couple. That's cute. There's a lot of gold around here. Io just looks very unimpressed with everyone and everything, doesn't she? I just don't know if she's ever felt joy in her life. Rockstar. He's not bad. Io Shirai says he's not bad and gave a smile. It's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. It must be. Io Shirai smiled. Unbelievable. Well, there we go. It happened. I saw it. Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter making their way down. I'm guessing this is Caden Carter in a solo match because Casey Catanzaro surely can't wrestle in what she's wearing. Those are the tightest trousers I have ever seen. Like, I don't even know if she's wearing any, like, pants, any trousers. I swear they've just painted her legs. That's how tight they are. Right, Xia Li making her way down as well. I can tell you that Orange Cassidy, victorious. Xia Li versus Caden Carter. This is like Pete Dunne smiling. It never happens. Yeah, it's true, innit? Weird. So, Xia Li versus Caden Carter. MJF now, promo.
Okay, here we go.
We must be getting closer towards main event time.
Let's see who this one's for. Oh, all right.
Is that an inner circle? In a circle jacket.
Who else we got here? Let's see who else we got here. Ortiz.
Ortiz.
Go, big man. All right. Who's next? Santana, my dude.
So MJF just handed out some inner circle jackets.
The champion, Chris Jericho.
There's Jericho.
And then we got
What do the jackets say though? Oh no. There isn't one for Sammy.
What's going on? I know that I got. What's going on?
MJF hasn't got one for Sammy.
I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, this was not intentional on my mother. I swear on my
MJF says this was not intentional.
No, whatever, man. What are you doing here? Huh? What the hell are you doing here? Hold on. Whatever, Max. What are you doing here? What the hell are you doing here? Whoa.
Sammy says, what are you doing here? Why are you even here? Jericho says, hang on. What are you doing here? Why are you even doing it?
I mean, we appreciate this. You came in, you walked in the door, and you've been following us around. These jackets are great, by the way. Thank you so much. But
Jacket's great.
I asked you a question a long time ago, and I'm kind of picking up what you're laying down here, right? So I'm gonna ask.
It's definitely more interest in AEW right now.
Do you want to join the inner circle?
Do you want to join the inner circle?
Chris, I don't want to be rude here, but I asked you a question a long time ago, and it was quite simple. You never got back to me.
MJF says, you never got back to me.
To join the inner circle.
Do you want me to join the inner circle?
Yeah, no. Do you want me to join the inner circle? Do you want? No. Do you want me to join the inner circle? Do you want me to join the inner circle? It's quite simple. Chris, all I'm asking you is answer the question. Do you want? Stop! Just stop. Enough.
So Jericho's asking, do you want to join the inner circle? MJF is asking, do you want me to join the inner circle? Wardlow's getting face-to-face with Jake Hager.
We appreciate the gifts. They look great. Very classy move.
Very classy move.
MJF move. Thank you for that. You know what? It's a very Chris Jericho move of you to notice that class. Of course. And all I want to say.
So there's a show of respect between these two.
30
Randy Cabbage, shout out to you, my friend. Thank you very much for the support. So, very interesting little back and forth here.
those jackets, I hope you like them. They're great. Come on, War Dog. Don't forget Sammy's, right? Never. I would never. Okay.
Don't forget Sammy's.
See you later, Max. Peace out, buddy. Don't say so much next time, Wardlow. What a loser.
Sammy says, what a loser. And Jericho says, whoa, perhaps he's not. So, something interesting there between Inner Circle and MJF. Over on NXT, we're still underway with Xia Li and Kaden Carter. Roll up by Kaden Carter. She gets it. Kaden Carter defeats Xia Li. Daisy, is MJF going to try and steal the Inner Circle from Jericho, or is it just setting up something with Sammy because he didn't give him a jacket? I don't know if it's setting something up with Sammy, because I think it's actually going to set up some split between him and Wardlow. I think that jacket was there, and I don't think Wardlow packed it. So I could actually see it being that ultimately this leads to a split between MJF and Wardlow. I wouldn't put MJF in the Inner Circle. I don't think the Inner Circle needs to get bigger, and I don't think that MJF's going to gain much by being in the Inner Circle. I don't know. Up next, anyway, on NXT, we got the face-to-face Finn Balor, face-to-face with Kyle O'Reilly. Why is Brodie Lee a champion? Says Sirking 314. NXT's women's division is better than AEW, says Pooley. James says people need to stop trashing AEW and NXT. They are both great. Just enjoy it whilst we've got them. John says Kyle is next. Elite Squad says Jericho as a face and MJF as a heel at Full Gear 2020. Right, well, both shows are at commercial break. I think both shows are very difficult to score. I think they're very close. But yeah, the main events could decide who is going to take home the prize of best show this week. Is this the main event of this anyway? What have we got? I think we've had everything. Oh no, the mixed tag will probably be the main event, won't it? So Balor O'Reilly face to face, and then after that we'll have the mixed tag match of Io Shirai and Damian Priest against Candice and Johnny. Over on AEW, we've got Jon Moxley to take on an opponent of Eddie Kingston's choosing, and we've still got Britt Baker in action. And in fact, Britt Baker is going to be in action now. The Doctor will see you. Accompanied to the ring by Reba. Here we go. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. So, Britt Baker, I don't know who she's facing. I think it's going to be some kind of job girl. It is great to see Britt Baker back. The only problem is she was so entertaining sat in the crowd. I just hope she's going to be as entertaining. Red Velvet. Red Velvet, who is 0-7. So, Balor and O'Reilly face to face. Once we come back from commercial break and over on AEW, Britt Baker is back. Britt Baker is clearly going to win, says TMG. I guess she needs to talk to Evil about that, says Heather. Yep. Working the arm here, Red Velvet. And reversal by Britt Baker. Takedown. One. Just a one count. Sir Stone says, what's your favourite championship? Mine is the Hardcore. I think the Winged Eagle was the best looking belt. I think AEW's world title right now has got to be up there. It looks so prestigious. It looks incredible. Looks awesome. Looks like a really great bout. Looks like it's been around for a while as well. Right, we're getting this face-to-face, but it's actually pre-recorded. Okay, so the two shake hands. And Sean says, take a seat then, please. Finn says, I want to start by congratulating Kyle. And I'm looking forward to our match. He's got a little smile on his face as well. Sean says, you've been telling everyone, and I have to agree that we are seeing the best Finn Balor that we've ever seen. Sean says, you might be the best kept secret in the world of wrestling. Nice takedown by Red Velvet. This is a very good back and forth. Very good promo. Forearm strike by Britt Baker. This match still going on. It's not quite the squash I was expecting, you know, on AEW. I thought that Britt Baker would have had this won by now. Kyle O'Reilly says, I'm a fan of Finn Balor. You're so good. This is like a loving. Britt Baker throwing in some forearm strikes. Nice butterfly suplex by Britt Baker. Are you going to show up with Undisputed Era? Or are you going to show up by yourself, asks Finn. Britt Baker with a knee in the back of the head of Red Velvet. We've got just about 25 minutes left, that's all. So Kyle O'Reilly just saying this Sunday is about Kyle O'Reilly and Kyle O'Reilly's moment. Shawn Michaels says, what about the potential conflict if you win? Kyle O'Reilly says there isn't a power struggle in Undisputed Era. Kyle O'Reilly doing a brilliant Cameron Grimes impression. You ain't nothing like Adam Cole. Britt Baker with the pin and she gets the win. So Britt Baker wins over on AEW. I don't want you saying Kyle O'Reilly got lucky. Kyle, on Sunday, there's no room for excuses. And certainly no room for jokes. Reba has put a glove onto Britt Baker's hand for her. And now she's got that jaw lock. JR says she's sending a message. But there we go. Britt Baker's back with Reba. And a little advert for next week's Jericho special show. I'm afraid Undisputed Era will cost Kyle on Sunday, says Wrestling Days fam. I'm interested in this match, says Brax the Beast. Next week, Brian Cage against Will Hobbs, FTW Championship match. Dog collar match next week. Next week looks stacked for AEW. Find out who will face Archer. Hobbs Cage, yeah, looks awesome. Lots of people have their finger in AEW's pie. Great segment, says Wrestling Days fam. WWE Inside Access Wrestling, shout out to you. Congratulations. That was all right. There was a lot of respect. Was the graphic wrong on AEW? It says find out who faces Archer next. Was it meant to say find out who faces Moxley next? I don't know. I couldn't. I was trying to keep an eye on that and on that. That was it was good. Just didn't really go anywhere. Right, so I'll tell you where we're going, though. Main event time, that's where we're going. Io Shirai and Damian Priest versus the Garganos. There we go. And over on AEW, we're going to have Moxley versus... We don't know yet. Or at least I don't think we know. I don't know. Gargano and Candice are going to defeat Priest and Io Shirai. There wasn't that much respect. You missed a few of the lines. No, I think there was. There may have been a few little digs in there, which you'd expect because they're building towards a match against each other. But I don't think the respect between them is in doubt. I don't know what I was expecting from it. A little bit of back and forth. It's all right. Botched by AEW. I don't know. I don't know if it was. That was an awesome segment. Just a little bit of foreshadowing, says Butterspark. Ardale says, what if Kingston makes Moxley face Hobbs? That'd be good. That'd be very good. Finn is one of the best in WWE right now, and I think he's doing better work than Drew, says DJ. Ninja Gamer says, I missed an hour and 40 minutes, but I'm here now. It's been quite interesting. I mean, it's been non-stop. We've been like... Eddie Kingston getting his intro. Right, here we go. Let's see what he's got to say. AEW is full of botches tonight, says the botching guy. Right, Eddie Kingston about to announce who he's going to have facing Moxley. Your world champion, Big Bad John Moxley. No. The Khan family has more money than the McMahons. There is absolutely no way they let him invest in their company. Disclose, big word. Is it? Before I disclose, big word. Corey Taylor is providing the music, is he, for NXT? Yeah. Right, it's just having a word with the ref first of all, and the ref saying, look, you was unresponsive. They're just on NXT running through the matches we've got coming up at NXT Takeover 31 this Sunday. John Moxley is boring, says the botching guy. There's AEW spoiled the main event on October 14th. Will Hobbs, Brian Cage next week, yes. Okay, this doesn't look good for this ref. Who's coming out? Moxley? Moxley's coming out. Right, so we still don't know who Moxley's facing, but Moxley's on his way out because they were circling around this ref, and he's coming down with a barbed wire bat. So he's got a barbed wire bat, big smile on the face of Eddie Kingston. As Kingston jumps out the ring, Lucha Bros jump out. Here we go, the Garganos are coming out. How long we got? 16 minutes? Butcher. Butcher behind him. You're not fighting me. You're fighting Butcher. So it's Moxley and the Butcher. Okay, so Moxley versus the Butcher, which is a bit flat. thought it might end up being someone in that group, but if I had to pick, I really thought it was going to be someone like Penta or Phoenix, but they've gone with Butcher. So there we go. Main event, Moxley against Butcher. Don't know, man. Candice coming down to the ring with Johnny. It's going to be a tag match. It'll end up being Moxley and Balor versus the Lucha Bros. The Butcher, says Ardale. Sonny Wolf says Moxley and Butcher. Moxley wins. Days Carrying Cross replied to me on Twitter. Very cool. Moxley is boring with the AEW title, says the dude. Chalmers says, thought it was going to be Will Hobbs. That would have been cool. I really like that suggestion. Be a nice spotlight for him. Could have been a decent little match, but no. It's not to be. It's not to be. As Damian Priest is about to make his way down. So, I don't know what AEW can do here to have the better main event. I don't know. Right, here's EO as well. Running out of time, aren't we? I think we've still got another commercial break. Love EO's music. Damian Priest looks cool, man, coming down with EO's music. With like those lasers in the background and the... Right, in we go. They came running down and they really go at Johnny and Candice. The lights hadn't come up, but they managed to chase Johnny and Candice out of the ring. Tell you what, this is a real challenge for Johnny and Candice here because Damian Priest is so impressive. So much bigger than Johnny. And EO regarded as one of, if not the best female wrestlers in the world. So, as I said, the card for TakeOver does look very, very good. Nice kick by Moxley. Deadleg Days. Will we see a Speaking Out documentary? I don't know. I saw the BBC did an article on it. I don't know if there's a documentary that's being worked on. Nice kick by Damian Priest, but Johnny ducks underneath. Priest grabbing Johnny. Big chops coming in by Johnny. Damian and EO mixed tag entrance was good, says No Freeze. I agree. Butching Guy says, why do people think AEW is the best show of the week? It's clearly SmackDown. I think SmackDown. Big strikes by Damian Priest. Into the corner goes Johnny. Oh, nice side slam. And Johnny rolls over to Candice. EO versus Kyrie was a dream match for me, says DJ. Okay, in comes Candice. In comes EO. And EO is beckoning Candice into the ring. Face to face right now. They're both quite small, aren't they? EO and Candice. But it should make for a really great match. Knee strike by Candice. Into the corner goes EO. Candice running over EO. Nice kick. EO up top. No one home. Duck underneath. Looking for a suplex. Couldn't get it. Roll up by Candice. 1, 2. Kick out. Over on AEW, the Butcher is in control against Jon Moxley. Quick kicks coming in by the champ, though. And Candice is backed into the corner. Johnny comes in and he stops Io from charging at Candice. Damian Priest comes in. Nice kick. Oh, into the corner. Double knees by Io. It's a fun little match, this. The Garganos are getting battered. Io is going onto the shoulders of Damian Priest. And she comes crashing down. Nice armbar by Jon Moxley. Days, have you heard about Joey Ryan's lawsuit against the Speaking Out accusers? He is suing 3 of them for $5 million apiece. I did see that, yes. I'm not sure that's going to win him many fans, but then saying that, I don't know how many fans he's got left anyway. So, yeah, kind of, I can't see that working out for him. Retribution versus WWE. What is the worst match you have ever seen? Oh, wow, what a question. The worst match I've ever seen. That's hard. That's hard because I've seen a lot of bad matches. There's a match in TNA that was Charmel against, I can't remember her name. It happened at, I want to say, Victory Road, about 2011 or something. And that's regarded as one of the worst matches ever. Also, like, Vince against Brett was like a really bad match as well. That was really bad. That might be the worst WrestleMania match ever. Brett is just in no condition to compete. He's in no condition to compete. I mean, he'd had a stroke. And he was still like, he couldn't go anymore. He couldn't do it. I understand the appeal of that match, but it did not translate. So, I mean, look, there's been loads of matches, but I don't know if any of them offended me. There's matches that I've seen that have really, like, offended me, have actually offended me. So, it's a really difficult one to answer, but there's a few in there. Honestly, controversially, Stadium Stampede, I'd probably have in my top 20 worst matches, because that was one that offended me. I think that's worse when I feel angry at a match. When something happens in a match that just really makes me angry, that's worse than a boring match. There's loads of matches that are just boring. There's loads of matches that are just squashes. There's loads of matches, I mean, like Brock against Kofi offended a lot of people because that was 7 seconds. Kofi got no offense in. A lot of people will say that that's the worst match they've ever seen. Because they don't feel that it was fair to Kofi, and, you know, I didn't mind it so much. I thought that, you know, it was time to move on from the Kofi title reign. Goldberg, Fiend. You know, that is more offensive than Bret Hart and McMahon. So Goldberg, Fiend, you'd have to have up there as well. I mean, totally derailed the Fiend character. Really lost that kind of momentum. Yeah, I'd have that up there. I'd definitely have that. It'd be in my top 20 as well. Into the railings goes Butcher. But yeah, feel free to put your thoughts in the chat as to what you think the worst match ever was. I didn't really give an answer, did I? I just gave a few thoughts, but I think it's difficult. It's probably one that I'd need to sit down and give some real thought to. I know that there's a few -5 stars from Dave Meltzer. We are back underway with both. Against the ropes goes Johnny. Big clothesline by Damian Priest. Damian Priest charging over. Nice back elbow by Damian Priest. Picks up Johnny and hurls him down. Didn't plant him, just threw him. 1, 2. Kick out by Johnny. Butcher going round. against the ropes. Crossed. Oh, that was sloppy by the Butcher. Shoulder up by Moxley. Gargano in the corner. Big boot looking for a... Oh, nice. Plants down Damian Priest. I thought he was going for a tornado DDT. I really missed Mauro on... Mauro and Nigel McGuinness were so good on commentary, and you really miss them. Tom Phillips is okay. EO with a springboard drop kick. Nice shoulder charge by EO. Down goes Candice. No. Went for a step up in Scoory. Couldn't get it. Crossface. Nice. I agree, Goldberg Fiend. Johnny is in and he's pulling at the leg of EO. Damian Priest running round, grabbing Johnny. Picks up. Johnny goes onto the edge of the ring. Kick to Damian Priest. Oh, I love that. Open palm strike by EO. 1, 2. Kick out by EO. Open palm strike to Johnny Gargano. EO gets planted by Candice. Forearm strike by... Oh, senton on the back by Candice. Butcher up top. I mean, we have got just a few minutes. Springboard moonsault. No one home. EO. Pedigree. Oh, into a backbreaker. Double underhooks. Thought she was going for a pedigree. She picked up Candice. Slammed her. And I can tell you that she's in position for a moonsault. But Johnny rolls Candice out the way. Damian Priest is in. Nice kick. Johnny goes down. It's Johnny that's in position for EO. EO's going to go for the moonsault. Oh, connects onto Johnny. Tags in Damian Priest. Priest is going to look to finish Johnny here. But, oh, low blow by Candice. Low blow by Candice. Damian Priest goes down. Candice falls over. She's getting stomped by EO. Into a DDT by Johnny. I think Johnny's got this. 1, 2, 3. Johnny and Candice win. Johnny and Candice win over on AEW. Moxley's back in control. I'm predicting that Finn Balor is going to become the new leader of Undisputed Era, says Anthony. Eric says both shows feel a little bit lackluster. Backstabber by Candice. I do think the main event of NXT is better than the main event of AEW. The Garganos, says Danny Barnhouse. It is over. Gabriella, shout out to you. R. Dale says, worst match contender, Jeff Hardy Sting, Victory Road. Yep. Hardy couldn't even wrestle. Yep. Yeah. Definitely agree with that. DDT. So there we go. On NXT, we've got the Garganos victorious. Headlock by, and a tap. The Butcher taps to Moxley. Moxley staring at Eddie Kingston. The most offensive match for me from TNA involving Roxy versus one of the beautiful people, where Roxy got blooded and seemingly screwed by TNA for a third time, says Jason. Why is Butcher main eventing, says the Elite Squad? literally no one knows. Right, Candice has grabbed the women's championship. Johnny has grabbed the men's North American. They're both standing, holding the championships high in the air. And that is how NXT ends. So we are done with NXT. We are moving forward towards this weekend. And I think we're also done with AEW. So there we go. Both shows are over. Get your thoughts in. Get your thoughts in for this week's Wednesday Night War. I do admit that it did feel a little kind of flat. I think perfectly fine shows. I don't think either show was a disaster. I think they're close. I do think the NXT main event was better. I think the worst match for me was Apollo and Ricochet versus the Hurt Business on Raw and SmackDown, plus Heavy Machinery versus Miz and Morrison. Donald Jackson says 9.84 for both. Both were 7.99, says Eric. NXT was a 7.25. David Paul says AEW was a 9. LSW says 7.75 NXT wasn't bad. 7 for NXT. 5 for AEW, says Greg. NXT was a 7.25. TMG says, which show was better, NXT or AEW? I really think it was so close. I'm going to struggle. C Wrestling, shout out to you, says NXT 7.5, AEW 5. Brendan says 9 out of 10. Little T says AEW 6.5, NXT 7.25. Adrian says AEW 7.8. Sean Reset says NXT 8.5. Brony says NXT 7.25. Sean says Rosie Lotta Love versus Daphne in TNA was bad. I'm guessing there's a lot of bad TNA matches. I never watched TNA, so I can't. Iconic. I've seen that one. Sunny Wolf says NXT 9, AEW 5. Nico Guy says 7 out of 10. NXT 8.35, AEW 8.34. Hayden says NXT 7.25, AEW 6. AEW 7. AEW only a 7 because I don't understand why Kingston chose Butcher. That equals lames. AEW 7.5. AEW 8, NXT 7, says TV Head. Jason says 6 for NXT. 7 out of 10 for AEW. It was a little bit good, says Christian. 7.5 for both, says Mike. Daniel says NXT 9, AEW 4. Do you remember EO versus Candice from Takeover Toronto? I don't know. I'm sure they have faced each other, but I can't recall matches. RJ Madma says NXT 7 out of 10, AEW 6. I would say most people are saying that NXT was the better show this week. NXT 7.5, AEW 7, says William. RJ Madma, shout out to you. Days, who is fighting on UFC this week? And when do I send in predictions? I'd wait for the community post tomorrow, Big Boy Dally. And I haven't seen who's fighting this week. I think it's Holly Holm against Aldana. It's only a fight night, but should be fun. Monica King says AEW 7.5, NXT 7.25. Generation Y says £20, says Days will give NXT the win by 0.5. I've got it very, very close. Very, very close. I think they both had really good opening matches. I had it neck and neck after the first matches. I thought Ricky Stark's Darby Allin was really good. I mean, like, maybe it could just have the edge over Shotzi and Dakota because I wasn't a big fan of the ending. As we move towards the middle of the show, I mean, you followed it up with Cody. So that's good for AEW. I think with NXT, we got a few like Santos Escobar promo with Isiah Swerve, Kyle O'Reilly package. We moved on to, I mean, what else did we have for AEW? Jericho match was okay. Orange Cassidy was a bit flat. Britt Baker was okay. I kind of feel like both shows started really hot and then they just kind of couldn't really follow it up. I do think that FTR SCU was very good though for AEW. But the rest of it I think was, I agree, that main event was a bit... NXT, good sit-down interview, Balor and O'Reilly. I thought main event was okay. First match was very good. I did like the Cameron Grimes thing as well. I wasn't really fussed about Caden Carter, Isiah Lee. Right, this is tough. This is tough. And I've got to tell you, I find it tough every week. I'm going to say that AEW was 725. 725 for AEW. I think it was a pretty solid show. Out of 10. And I'm going to say that NXT was... this is either going to be a 7.25 or a 7.5. I'm either going to say, I mean, I feel it's so close it could be a draw. Or they just pipped it because of that main event. I'm going to say they just pipped it because of that main event. I'm going to say they just pipped it. I'm going to say NXT takes it this week. I think their main event was better. If honestly, I think if they'd have done Moxley against Hobbs, I think that we would be all even. I think Moxley Hobbs could have been fascinating. Or, I mean, like, even if they'd have done, like, Moxley against Ben Carter, could you imagine if Moxley said, I've heard loads about this new kid, and I know the story was Eddie was choosing, so I suppose we couldn't have got that, because he's not going to choose Ben Carter, but I just think that would have been very interesting. I've heard loads about this new kid, let's see what you can do. It's not a title match, non-title match, but I want to test myself against the best, the people that are generating a buzz. So that could have been really cool. Will Hobbs would have made the most sense for Eddie Kingston to have chosen. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But I thought both shows were quite solid this week. Both shows were quite solid. Theory Adam Cole. Yeah, that's true. Theory Adam Cole was very good, Darsham. Theory Adam Cole was very good. Kushida. The Kushida match didn't do anything for me. The Kushida Tony Nese match I actually thought was a bit flat. But Theory Adam Cole was excellent. Dexter Lumis's return. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, I must say, yeah, I feel very comfortable giving NXT the edge this week. The draft starts next week. LA Lakers, Miami Heat. Yeah, I do think that a few people are going to have probably kept away as a result of that match, that basketball game. But you know, I don't think they really missed a great deal if they did. But well, I don't know when it finishes. Is it done by next week? I suppose it depends, like how it goes, doesn't it? But yeah, that's definitely going to hurt ratings a bit, you'd imagine. Plus, also, like any future presidential debates. I mean, the presidential debates you think are going to take people away as well. So there's a few big things going on at the moment with that are going to hurt ratings and whatever. But the playoff baseball and NBA finals. Adam Cole is excellent, and that is undisputed. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Shout out to you, Monica King. We were getting quite close to 208, I think. We were getting quite close. So, yeah, 208,000 we are. Let me tell you, I think we're about a couple of hundred away, which isn't many at all. So if you are watching and you do join us on a regular basis, hit that subscribe. Yeah, just a couple of hundred away. We are sneaking ever closer to 207,000, which is really cool. Really, really cool. It's nice that we're got a little bit of a run at the end. Monica says, what's your thoughts on Priest as champion? I like him. I got a lot of time for him. I think that he is someone that is very credible. Someone that has been around for a while. Deserves a bit of a spotlight, and it certainly gives him that. I think he's a great promo. He's got a great look. He's someone that you could really build up, and Priest against Karrion Kross could be very, very interesting. It wasn't that interesting before because I don't think Priest has been built up all that well. He was like feuding with Cameron Grimes and whatever, Like Cameron Grimes feuding with Ridge Holland makes sense. Damian Priest feuding with Johnny Gargano makes sense. Kushida starting to move now makes sense. So they're doing some decent stuff in NXT at the moment. They're doing some decent stuff. Jim says, after the first presidential train wreck, I think there's no fear of losing viewers to that. Shout out to you, Jim. John, shout out to you, my friend. There's Hell in a Cell tomorrow. Probably not. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. I really, it's all up in the air. Because I have a few other things that I have to do outside of YouTube. And one of them, sadly, is early Friday, which is a big problem. Because we always do a members-only stream on a Thursday. We always do... I have to record Wrestling Escape Pod. So that means that any watch-along has to happen early or quite late. And it can't happen late. So, yeah, a real problem tomorrow. So, I don't know what's happening, but yeah, maybe not a big, long watch-along. Jake thinks that AEW was a 7.5 and NXT is a 7. Monica says, yeah, I agreed. He could have been built up a little bit more, but I just want to see him have a good storyline. Days, you should do NXT UK tomorrow. Brony, shout out to you. Great stream as always. Thank you very much, my friend. Darshan says, Undisputed Era might be staying in NXT for a while for this year's War Games. That's an interesting point. Donald says, Days, when I was trying to sleep, I heard my long-lost brother sing the ABC song and give me the last letter that starts with a D. I have no idea what you're on about, but shout out to you, Donald Michael Jackson. Dave, sorry I was gone for a while. I had to leave. No worries, Austin. Shout out to you. Dave, do a poll for the watch-along tomorrow. I don't know if there'll be one. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm going to do one, it might have to be really early. And, like, people are at school and work and stuff like that. And the problem is, when it's like 11 o'clock here, it's 6 o'clock in America. And that's when we do, like, the members-only stream. So that takes us to 12. Then at just after 12, I meet up with Tommy, and then we record for an hour. So that takes us up to just after 1 in the morning, which is around about 8 in America time. But the problem is, if I then start a watch-along at that point, it means I'm getting to bed quite late. And as I said, I've actually got some that I have to do early on Friday. This early on Friday, that's my problem. If I didn't have a few things to do early on Friday, it really wouldn't matter. We could do a watch along, but because I've got this thing that I have to do early on Friday, it's just an appointment that I've got. But I mean, like, it's at 10:30 in the morning. So if I'm finishing with Tommy at like 1:30, and then we start a watch along, and then I've got this appointment at like 10:30, which I've got to get to as well. So that means me getting up at 8. If we start a 3-hour watch along at say 2, well, by the time I've set it up, that means it's finishing at 5, and I've got to be up at 8. So that means I can get in 3 hours sleep. These are the kind of things that I have to think about. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if we'd get a chance to fit one in tomorrow. So I don't know. I'll have a look at it. I'll have a think, but I really wouldn't be expecting much. There's a very good chance that we'll drop a video onto the channel or something tomorrow, and then be back for our SmackDown stream. But yeah, we'll wait and see. It's 8 a.m. here, says Darshan. Shout out to you, my friend. There's Triple H on the conference call said Takeover 31 would have a unique look and feel. Good. Ms. Morrison, Gulak, and Retribution to NXT, says William Hensey. Is there any NXT talent that you want to see get drafted? Well, maybe Adam Cole. I mean, honestly, the people that have been there for a while, I think you could really freshen up NXT. You could put some big names down to NXT and really move some people on. You could freshen up all of the shows, and all of the shows really need it as well. All of the shows really need freshening up, so... Yeah, I think part of the problem is the NXT title is still seen as a developmental title. It's not classed as a world title. Like how Charlotte is a, 10-time world champion? I think that's made up of Raw and SmackDown titles. It's not made up of the NXT title. So it doesn't give the NXT titles as much appeal. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't give them as much notoriety. So I think there's some structural changes that need to be made. I really feel that the NXT titles now need to be retired, and they need to bring in NXT World Championship, NXT World Women's Championship, and now they count. They didn't before, but they'll count from now. And then that way, it makes a lot more sense why you would move Kevin Owens there, and why you would move Sami Zayn there, and why you would move Natalia there, or... Do you know what I mean? It makes sense. Because at the moment, it doesn't make any sense. They are still developmental titles that don't count towards your world title ranking, or, your number of world titles that you've held. So I think I don't really mind who they move and whatever. I just want NXT to figure out what its identity is, because it's very much having an identity crisis. I can't wait for Wrestling Escape Pod tomorrow. Should be good. I can tell you that the topic for tomorrow is going to be best weapons. Best weapons. So that could be interesting. In fact, fire in a few of your suggestions for best weapons, because then I can steal them and claim them as my own. Has anyone got any thoughts for best weapons? You would think Triple H's sledgehammer would come to mind, wouldn't you? But best weapons. And then we will say goodnight. My prediction for Sunday is Balor beats O'Reilly, Candice beats Shirai, Priest beats Gargano, Swerve beats Escobar, and Kushida beats Dream. NXT needs to be a third brand. Crowbar, yeah. Tables are cool. Tables always make me think of the Dudley Boys. Kendo stick. Wired baseball bats. Sting's baseball bat, says Creed. That's better. I like weapons that are connected to people. So that's a good shout. Sting's baseball bat. The kitchen sink is a great weapon, says Jim Gore. A rubber chicken, says William Hensey. Triple H's sledgehammer, Mick Foley's barbed wire baseball bat. Chainsaws. A lot of people loving the baseball bats. toolbox. Sami Zayn's handcuffs. That was clever, wasn't it? The screwdriver that was used to twist Jeff's ear. Yeah, that was awful. That does make me think of Bossman's nightstick, which I'm not sure I would have mentioned. A car? Austin316, shout out to you. Mr. Socko. Yeah, Mr. Socko. Fire extinguisher. That's a good shout. Fire extinguisher, says Robin. 813. The electric chair, says Wrestler. Is that a weapon? Santino Socko. That was the Cobra, wasn't it? Brock's suplexes. Fiend's hammer. Razor's toothpick. Razor's toothpick as a weapon. That does make me think of Mr. Fuji's, and I suppose it's also Great Muta's. Muta's mist and Mr. Fuji's salt. Used to throw him in the eyes, didn't he? The announce bell. Ladders. Thumbtacks. That's a good shout, Sean Reset. Thumbtacks. Thumbtacks. The barricade. Yeah, the barricade works overtime, doesn't it? And announce tables. You are guaranteed to see someone go into an announce table or a barricade on any WWE or AEW show. Any of them. Steel Steps, says RJ Madma. The guitar, says Darshan. Yeah, it's a good shout. Nia Jax is a dangerous weapon, says Darshan. That's true. That is true. Right, my friends. I think we're done. I think we are done. Fun night. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. A little bit of drama to start us off in the first hour, which magically went away as WWE and AEW, or NXT and AEW, began. So, yeah, we've managed to get through that. And we got 2 enjoyable shows. So, there we go. Awesome. Don't know what's happening tomorrow, but we're definitely back for what should be a very interesting weekend. SmackDown on Friday. UFC on Saturday. Takeover on Sunday. Raw on Monday. So, big weekend ahead. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Really do appreciate the support. Hope you had a nice time wherever you are watching. Have a great evening, day, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And hopefully, I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.